All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple. A big fan of groceries, and I love to eat them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in the rest of the crew. First and foremost, we have to talk about the creator of this show, the man that owns and operates the Speakeasy, signs our checks, and also offered Trey a very generous franchise tender that he refuses to sign. Emmanuel Acho in the building. How we doing
Beautiful
today?
People. Hello. Hey, I'm doing great. It was a fantastic PrizePicks day.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I've ever seen a better one. Rome, are we ready?
Oh, wow. Immediately.
It's starting to show
not
off
yet,
like
bro?
this.
Yeah,
not yet, man. Come on, man. Let me get
Wait,
the rest of the
hold
crew
on.
in.
Not yet. Hey,
Nigerians, dude.
In the meantime, y'all can be doing anything. You're hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. Consider us your online family. Here to give y'all a couple laughs and escape from maybe the monotony of your everyday life or the stress from society right now. Please hit the subscribe button if you're tuning in for the first time. After that, hit the bell button. Subscribe button pushes us further into the algorithm. So please, before you continue anything else, hit that subscribe button. Carebear, turn me up.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy is a man that is shifty as all get out. On the football field, he did it to become the Philadelphia Eagles' all-time leading rusher.
That's
and
facts.
Now he is unbelievably shifty in arguments, acting like Jaden McDaniels is not that, and the Eagles are going to somehow win another Super Bowl in the next 5 years. It's not happening. LaShawn, Shady McCoy in the building. How we doing today?
Oh, man, great day. You know, that was a crazy game with the Spurs, man. I'm surprised how that went down. Ant-Man, we trust. Let's get it.
Face of the NBA, Ant-Man. Look, fellas, also joining us here in the Speakeasy is a father, soon to be father ×2, the man ahead of social. He posts everything that you see on our web pages on the social medias, and he also is the dictator in that chat. Team owner of Acho and Trey, the losing team. Social Trey in the building. How we doing?
Pushing, man.
So,
I'm feeling good.
So,
I'm feeling great.
Trey.
As Kieran alluded to earlier, I have not signed my franchise tag because I want to teach you all a lesson in holding out.
Oh, wow.
And, increasing your value when it comes time to negotiate for contracts. Learn from George Pickens and myself, okay? If the tag ain't right, up the price.
Why the hell are you wearing a hat that says no logo when I've literally bought you a hat with a logo is hanging on your mic stand?
Well, I wear both of them.
That works. Hey, speaking of increasing value.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Man.
Shady, I don't know if I've ever had a better day on PrizePicks. What? Rome, first off, let me start like this. If y'all tell me, because you can, just use code Speakeasy after you download PrizePicks. If you tell me you might feel like one of the Speakeasy regulars, Rome, throw on the graphic of the Speakeasy regular that tailed all my bets today. Bang! I used to pray for times like this. Literally made 6 bets, didn't lose one of them. I'm gonna just show y'all a couple things that we did. Rome, now throw on some of the things we did today, just a couple of them. Quick 3,000. It was supposed to pay 18,000. It only paid 9,000 because Julius Randle pushed. Ant-Man under 5.5 defensive boards. De'Aaron Fox under 6 assists. Rome, get to the next one, please. Stop wasting time. 2,000 was supposed to pay 12,000, but Randall pushed, only paid 6,000. Castle under 13 field goal attempts. Wemby over 10.5 boards. Julius Randle under 5.5. Warren Rome, get to the next one. Let's stop playing. 1,000. This paid all of the 4,750. De'Aaron Fox under, Randall under, Nas Reed over 7.5. Rome, stop playing. Get to the next one. I'm bored. 1,000 supposed to pay 7,000. Paid a quick 37. I got tired of sending Rome in the back all of my wins. There are several more. Just be like the dude that tailed me. Add Emmanuel Acho on PrizePicks. Use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. for free. Subscribe to the show, win some bread. We made $15,000 today. We got another $45,000 in the balance tomorrow because I bet another 6-legger and already hit 4 of them 6 legs.
Damn.
I need Dean Wade to go under 2 personal fouls tomorrow.
Okay.
I need Jared Allen to go under 5.5 defensive boards tomorrow. It's a $45,000 day.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Ching, ching, bling, bling.
You hear the man? You hear the man?
That is crazy.
You ain't giving no assists.
No, none. It's okay. But
I ain't mad at you, though.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Somebody got to win, and we can't do
Somebody
it.
got to win. I guess it's got to be the Nigerian, man.
Shady, when you see stuff like that, does it make you want to get back in the game, or you cool?
Nah, I mean,
You don't get that itch? Because I get that itch from time to time.
Nah, Shady, early football season.
Yeah,
he was hitting though, bro. He was on the phone with the bookie. Man, pull it out right now. Whoa, it was crazy. Come on, bro. That's what
starting the show like
How
that,
is that?
bro?
That's not
every
show.
show.
If it's your first time to speak easy, when somebody says something
bro. It's 75.
wild,
I'm doing
they have
75
to take
soft
a
right now.
shot.
75 what?
I'm doing 75 soft.
It's 75 hard, Kieran.
Why would I do 75
This
hard?
is getting crazy, yo.
Yeah,
75
yeah, we can't.
In a speakeasy,
bro.
somebody
Can't keep
does
doing this,
something
bro.
findable.
Pause, yo.
You gotta drink to it. If it's your first time watching, it was wild. It was wild. Can you get to the first topic?
I don't
You know
lie.
what, man? Y'all
think
disrespecting me here, and I don't feel the love. But you know who felt all the love out there on the basketball court?
Who's that?
The Minnesota Timberwolves, because they got back shots all night. The San Antonio Spurs delivered an ass whooping 126-97 behind Victor Wembanyama's insane game. 27 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. They are 1 game away from a Western Conference Finals matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Fellas, is this series over?
It's a wrap, bro. 2-5, I know you trust Ant-Man. I know you do. And shout out to you. You should. It's your mans. Realistically speaking, the alien, Victor Wembanyama from France. Oui, français. Parlez-vous français? The alien, Victor Wembanyama, he a dude. And there is no stopping him. Quite literally, the Timberwolves are afraid to attack the paint because that 7'5" monster is standing there. Nas Reed is just throwing up floaters that should be layups because there is a 7'5" giraffe standing in the middle of the paint that is also absolutely coordinated. Dude had a 20 and 10 double-double by halftime. First Spur to do that in a playoff game since Tim Duncan in 2002. Not Tim Duncan in 2014. Tim Duncan in 2002. That's how good Victor Wembanyama is in just his 3rd year in the National Basketball Association. The Timberwolves have done a phenomenal job the duration of this series. They really have pushed this series as far as I believe this series is capable of going. But with that being said, you play Julius Randle the entirety of the second half plus the second quarter and still didn't get the job done. Ant-Man is doing all he can do, but at the end of the day, every now and then, the crosses get wired in his brain when he sees that blitz and when he sees the trap. So I think the Timberwolves have put up a valiant fight, 2-5, but this series is blouses. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man, because Wemby he changed the game, right? Like they're forcing everybody to the middle to bring it to him. And you know what he's going to do? They have a big that can shoot in Rudy, so he's just going to stand there, right? I can see if you had a big that can shoot the 3, and he's got to play on the outside and perimeter, but they don't have that. So this is going to be tough for the Warriors or the Timberwolves. I'll just say this, though, man. It's something about Ant-Man. I've watched him the last 2 years find a way to get to the Western Conference Finals.
Sure.
So I'm betting on that. I think he's good enough. I think he can rally his team to get that next victory at the crib. And then it'll be game 7.
The hard part for me there is Ant just doesn't have the help.
Yeah.
Like, Julius Randle gave him nothing this game, and Julius Randle tried. Julius Randle gave him something in the last quarter and a half, but it was too little too late. McDaniels got in foul trouble, and with all due respect, Julius Randle got in foul trouble in the first quarter. That's why he had to go to the bench after 2 quick ones within the first 4 minutes of the game. So, like, Shady, I don't know how you can have the confidence you have in Ant-Man because you've also seen Ant-Man get certain looks and not figure out how to beat them. And then his teammates don't help him enough in beating them. Unless Julius Randle is going for 28 points, which he just hasn't shown us the propensity to be able to do, they're going to fall short. McDaniels can't do it.
Right. I'm just banking on the experience part. I mean, last year they went to the Western Conference Finals, and it's not easy to get there. And maybe coaching, right? Because I'm just thinking, like, Rudy's in there with Wemby.
Yep.
So he's going to be in the middle all game. You get what I'm saying? You don't have a big that can stretch it. I mean, he's so good. And they play so well with him, though. It's crazy how Wemby is in the game, how so many of the role players play even better. right? They get easier shots, more open shots. Defense assignments are easier because you have somebody in the middle that's demanding the paint. But Ant-Man, it's Ant-Man for me, bro. I watched Ant-Man last 2 years find a way to get it done.
But talk to me if you're talking about it. This series, when you saw the Spurs won by 38.
Yeah, there you go.
The Spurs won by 29. The T-Wolves won by 2. And the T-Wolves won by 5 or 7.
Yeah, something else. Yeah.
At the end of the day, the point differential through 4 games, Shady,
he's going too.
Correct. Even the point differential in the series through 4 games is like plus 70 or plus 65 Spurs. I would want to believe in Ant-Man like you'd want to believe in Ant-Man. But Ant-Man hasn't seen a defense like the Spurs, hasn't seen a Wemby of this caliber. And because of Wemby, McDaniels is getting in foul trouble. Yeah. Randall's getting in foul trouble. Gobert's getting in foul trouble. So I just don't.
Yeah, when you break it down like that, maybe I'm on some I'm wishing and hoping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when I watch the game, you are totally right, though. They are playing aggressive, dominant basketball, and it starts with Wemby. Wemby, he can shoot the 3, so he stretches the floor on the offensive side. And the defensive side, he is controlling the paint. They are forcing everybody to the middle. And when they get in the middle, he's in there. So you are right. And then another thing is, on the wings on the outside, they all are tall and aggressive.
Correct.
Castle's like, what is he, like 6'7"?
Yep.
Right, so they got good matchups.
Yeah, no, I was also looking it up as we're speaking right now. The Timberwolves, also their bench. Their bench play, they shot 27% from the field tonight.
Yeah.
And whenever you get those guys, those starters getting in foul trouble or having those fouls, you need your bench to show up a little bit more than
That's
that.
True.
The starters shot 47% from the field, did their job.
But think about this, bro. You have a dude like Acho who's capable of giving you 20 off the bench, but now he's a starter. And so now you only have Naz Reid coming off the bench. But when Naz Reid comes off the bench, he's in turmoil of who he has to defend.
Yeah.
Because if he defends Wemby, he gets in foul trouble himself. Naz Reid can't truly attack the rim because Wemby's there. So when you lose Ayo coming off the bench, now you have no bench. You're trusting Mike Conley to be your 7th man. And a 38 or 39-year-old Mike Conley, I believe he's the 2nd oldest player in the National Basketball Association, only maybe 3rd behind Kyle Lowry and LeBron James. If you're trusting Mike Conley to give you significant minutes, that's even unfair to him.
Yes.
So it's not truly even a fair fight.
It's not a fair fight, and I think we've seen that throughout the series. The Spurs have been the more dominant team, and whenever Wemby plays, they're even more dominant. And tonight, you saw how good he was. Outside of the game 1, he has bounced back in a big way. 21 points and 11 rebounds, like you said, for Wemby in the first half. Tim Duncan and David Robinson, the only Spurs players in history to have a 20-point, 10-rebound playoff half in the play-by-play era. Fellas, what are we seeing right now with Victor Wembanyama?
Victor Wembanyama is the most physically dominant player we've seen in the National Basketball Association since LeBron, at minimum, if not even more so. We have never seen a 7'5" coordinated individual such as Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama completely alters the trajectory of the game on the defensive end. And then on the offensive end, he is the gravitational pull that allows open shots for Castle, allows open shots for Fox, clears out the paint. He's the type of individual that gets every single opponent in foul trouble. So now you can't truly play with your starters because in this instance, McDaniels, he's in foul trouble. Randall, he's in foul trouble. So Victor Wembanyama is the type of player that we quite literally have never, ever seen before. And anybody who tries to tell you otherwise is lying. Victor Wembanyama makes 6'10" defenders look like ants in real life. And I'm not talking about Ant-Man. I'm talking about the ants that you can step on as you walk. So we've never seen a creature on the basketball court like Victor Wembanyama. And not only do his stats confirm what I'm saying, the impact on the game supersedes the stats. Victor Wemby's stats don't even tell the story, bro. If you box score watch, you can't even realize the impact he has on the. It's stupid, man. It's stupid.
So wait. I was with you when you said he's something we haven't seen before. I agree with that part. He's the most dominant. Did you say that?
Physically, like freakazoid, yeah.
Biggest freak, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything as physically like
God gives
imposing.
It like okay, maybe that, but I want to say he's more dominant than Shaq. I mean,
yeah, that's fair. I think in a different way.
I don't think he's more dominant than Jordan.
I think he dominates defense more than any of those.
We'll just say that. I'm just some words. You know what I'm saying? There's some words. But you are right. I mean, Wemby is something special. I mean, to be that tall, that big, can dribble, right? I mean, he's like the point guard too. right? Who can guard that?
Yeah.
If a guy that's quicker, you want somebody that's quicker on him, they're going to be too small for him. Then you get a guy that's big, that's 7-footer, he's too slow for him. He goes to the three-point line, can shoot the ball well. And I think he's doing great right now, and he can be even better. I think once he gets a low post game, once he doesn't settle for jumpers all the time and doesn't play like a guard all the time, bro, he's going to be unstoppable. Because even on an off shooting night, he still go down there in the paint and score.
Yeah.
That's the next step for him.
No, it definitely is the next step. And honestly, guys, I got to do something that you guys know I hate doing. I have to issue an apology. I do.
Oh.
Victor Wembanyama, I doubted him. I don't know why I doubted him. I doubted the step that he could have taken offensively, but all you have seen is as series go on further, as his career has gone on further, he adjusts and adjusts and adjusts and adjusts like the greatest players that we've seen do. He offensively is becoming just as elite as some of the top players in the league. And whenever he can consistently do stuff like this against Rudy Gobert, who we saw give Jokic fits in the last series, multiple bigs fits, time and time again. I'm not talking about Rudy as a defender on the outside, but I'm talking about him, as an interior defender. Yeah. Wembanyama was having his way tonight. And he's just, it seems that he has just taken that step offensively. It's going to be a problem now moving forward because how far can he actually go? If they win a championship this year, it's going to be ridiculous to see what the league's going to look like.
You know what I love about Wemby? Wemby does what every elite track athlete does. They take over the race at the very beginning, put everybody in the field behind him, and then they maintain composure. Think about Game 3 and think about this game.
Yeah.
Wemby had 18 points, I think, in the first quarter alone. I think he had 18 in the first quarter. Game 3, he had the first 9 points for the Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. So the Timberwolves were playing catch-up the entirety of the game. I think the T-Wolves tied the game for about 2 minutes in the second half. And then once again, the Spurs just took over the lead. So what Wemby does is he removes your hope from you. The other thing I love, Kieran, is Wemby showed me a type of grit that you don't see from certain players until like year 5, year 6, year 7. They have to lose first before you see that type of grit. Like Wemby was catching bows from Nas Reed, didn't flinch. Ayo Dosunmu running through the lane, hitting him with the elbow, didn't flinch. Remember, the first time we saw that scowl in LeBron James's eye was 2012 Eastern Conference Finals Game 6 versus Celtics. Yep. And he goes for 45, 15, and 5. Now, it's not to say LeBron didn't score 25 of his team's last 27 points against the Detroit Pistons in 2007. But the first time we saw that look in his eye of like, I will not be denied, was 2012. I'm not saying Wemby gave us that today. But there were certain moments 2-5 where I was like, okay, let's see what this young bull made out of. Because the T-Wolves aren't punks. The T-Wolves punked the Denver Nuggets. They're not punks at all. So the fact that a third-year Wemby, Shady, from France, didn't back down against probably the most bout that action team in the playoffs, that showed me something.
I don't know how much that matters because there's nobody can guard him. Like they don't have nobody on that team that can guard him. Rudy's a defense player of the year back to back, right?
Four times.
He
tied for the most in NBA history.
He can't do nothing with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's too slow for him. He's not agile enough. He don't jump high enough. He can't do nothing with him.
Yeah.
And then when he brings him out there on the 3-point line, he's shooting the ball well. So now I got to honor that. So every pump fake I'm going for, he's getting blow past. It's hard to really guard him, yo. Yeah. It's super hard.
Yeah. And if to your point, if Gobert can't do it, quite literally, I don't know who can do it. Hey, if y'all just now tuning into the Speakeasy, y'all know if y'all drop chats, we respond. This isn't a show where we talk at you. It's a show where we talk with you. We got several super chats going down right now. A show curated to hear straight from the audience. Social Trey, what the people talking about?
Listen, our guy 214 Mr. DFW
what up, yo?
Jumped into super chats with a 50 ball and said, I requested to be traded yesterday due to the actions of conduct detrimental to the team by Carebear.
Soft. Absolutely soft.
Today,
ridiculous.
While reading Inner Excellence, I decided if I'm not traded by Sunday night, I will request to be released due to the actions of Brownface Bear. #32114.
Can we have a conversation? Sure. You're reading Inner Excellence, but the Inner Excellence is the only excellence that you care about. We are a winning team. We are a winning program, and you're an impact player for our winning program. We have the best roster in all of sports, just like your Philadelphia Eagles do. But you know what? It doesn't surprise me that you would want to be a traitor. It doesn't surprise me that you would want to leave where you should feel most comfortable. You're from Dallas and you root for a Philadelphia team. You are slanderous. You are a traitor. You are absolutely despicable, and your actions are just flat out deplorable. Wow. And you know what? We'll be talking about a little trade. We might get our first trade here in the Speakeasy. And guess what? I'm going to be compensated heavily. I'm going to Howie Roseman your bitch ass.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Damn.
That's all I have to say about 214 Mr. DF. I took him with the top 3 pick, and this is how he repays me. Not but a week and a half afterwards.
He must be a wide receiver, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Over there,
he must be a wide out. He sound like
call him 214 Mr. AJ Brown. It's ridiculous.
Listen, man, if you don't want your producers dancing in your videos and stuff, come on over to Death Row with Team Acho and Social Trade, man. We let you get your shine on over here. Speaking of shine, my guy Trav Too Real jumped in and said, what up, Speakeasy? It's the Rookie of the Year in the chat once again. Shout out to Acho, Young Sneezy, a.k.a. Trey. Overweight and Manning.
Overweight and Manning is a good one. That's crazy. That's a good one.
And shout out to my boy Shady. Riddle me this. Why would AJ be looking at condos in New England? Number 8 jersey is still there. AJ, Diggs, Dobbs?
Diggs is cut.
Yeah, Diggs not there.
They cut
Diggs
Diggs.
is done.
Is it true AJ looking at condos?
I don't know.
I ain't hear that report. He might as well,
that.
though. He might as well get a head start.
Gone.
Yeah, he gone.
Seen that. Yeah, he gone. Listen, Let Drake Cook said, top draft pick. Had to show love to my guys. Big 2-5. Keep holding it down, Trey. Scammer Och. Oscar Meyer Bear. Power Walking Bear. How close are you to your goal? Because the big joke's not going to hit the same.
So look, actually, funny enough, we're locked in on the diet. We started 75 soft because I'm too outdoor indoor workout just not gonna work. Both
soft or hard?
It's 75 hard, but 75. I'm doing 75 medium to be honest with you.
75 hard. You gotta like read 30 pages of a book every day. You have to do 30 minutes or something of cardio every day.
No, it's 40. It's 40. It's 2 45-minute workouts. 30 pages of book on 75 hard. It's no alcohol, no cheat meals for 75 days straight.
75
Who's doing
days.
So for me,
it's like a whole culture thing.
A lot of people doing it.
America.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. So now
Yeah,
so
right now. Soft.
So what I'm doing, I'm still doing no drinking, no alcohol.
Yep.
No cheating on the diet. So I've been eating clean the past couple of days. Dropped shit like 3 pounds already. It's crazy. Eating clean the past couple of days. Reading 10 pages of a book. I'm reading the Bible right now. So 10 pages of the Bible. And then also doing, my workouts are different though. So sometimes I'll be today I was in the gym for an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. So, but one outside, one inside doesn't work for me because I don't have outside access to go work out. I don't have a yard or anything like that. So
I'm with it.
Yeah, we're in between. But yeah, I'm telling you, end of June, I told you I was going to drop 60. I'm on track. Down? I'm very much on track. I'm down 40 pounds.
I can see it. I believe that.
I know. I'm about to really lock in.
I believe that, but what I don't believe.
I'll show y'all a picture. I'll show y'all a picture of like where I was in January. Y'all see the difference.
The reason I say that is because I'm constantly going back and looking at old videos and doing my social thing. Big fella was big.
I was big.
He lost weight, but 40 pounds, bro.
I'm telling you.
Okay. So you first digit is a 2 now?
I'll show you. Look,
he ain't in the 2s yet.
July 1st?
He right over the 3s.
Well, I'll tell you, July 1st, I will show y'all the before and after pictures.
No. We're going to get a scale in the Speakeasy.
Yeah.
The same way we got a tape measure.
I'll tell you exactly.
And we had to prove that I was 5'10".
I have a picture of the number I was at before.
His first number.
Yeah, I have a picture of the first number. The first number's crazy, bro.
Crazy. Like Jason Peters in his prime, crazy.
Jason Peters. Yeah, I was big.
Shady.
Jason Peters in his prime.
But I heard a lot of excuses in that. And lies.
What are excuses and lies?
A couple of them.
You said you've been eating clean, and we just saw you make out with a glizzy.
That was this weekend. I said I'm on day 2 right now.
You said 3 days.
I said day 2. What are we talking about? It's like day 2. I just got back.
You said 3 days. You said I mean,
This is ridiculous.
Trav Too Real also said, Shady, draft your team, Brody. I got to know who my road dogs are. I say we have a segment where Shady drafts team 2-5. Also, I didn't think Wemby would be balling so fast. Is he the next great one? Philip Rivers for Prez said, with the new addition of Njoku along with Coach McDaniel, I believe if Herbert doesn't win at least one playoff game, we may have to hit the panic button. Will Herbert or Harbaugh have the hotter seat?
Herbert has to have the hardest seat. We've seen Herbert has to have the hardest seat.
Yeah, I messed that up too. Yeah,
wow.
That
was nasty.
A lot of H's and
Herbert has to have the hottest.
Herbert has to have the hottest seat.
Hotter. Say it like that.
Herbert has to have the hotter seat.
Oh, that was you ate that.
I'm big fella. I ate everything.
I know.
Yeah,
I was intentional.
I don't leave no crumbs.
Herbert seat is hotter. Where else we at?
Okay, listen. King Drewski, our comedian, jumped in the chat and said, "Yo, Carebear." Sorry, I Obtuse Bear. How many more years of pain and disappointment do we have to see before the media stops glazing Bills, Ravens, and Chargers? I don't get the infatuation.
Wow.
What do you think?
How many more years of disappointment do we have to see before the media stops glazing the Bills?
Bills, Ravens, and Chargers.
My thing is, you have to look at the performances. So Chargers, it's 1 or 2 more years, and that's just what Justin Herbert is. To be honest with you, the Bills, we've seen Josh Allen ball in the playoffs and lose. The Ravens, we've seen Lamar have a good game or two, but it's been really, it's been troublesome. With Lamar, it's never going to stop because his talent is too much. Justin Herbert. Bro, if Justin Herbert goes to the playoffs this year and they have expectations and they're healthy,
he's bought
and he
another
stinks it
5
up,
years.
and he stinks it up, we're done. We're done talking about Justin Herbert like that.
But if he performs well, he's bought himself another 5 years of media glaze.
Yeah, no,
sure.
exactly. Yeah. So.
Listen, this is Shady Champ 1981 said, couldn't catch y'all live yesterday. PTO Bear, WWE disrespect is crazy. Brock even said wrestling is harder on the body than MMA. I'm surprised Trey didn't sneeze after that take. Yeah, you caught a lot of flack.
No, I did. I did catch a lot of flack. Ask Brock what was harder, an injury in the WWE or getting his face beat the hell in by Cain Velasquez. ask him. I guarantee you he'll say Cain Velasquez whooping his ass was a whole lot worse.
That's fair. Last one, we got to keep it moving, and we got to save the best for last. Our girl, Shannon Wilson.
What up, Sugar Mama Shannon?
Shout out to Sugar Mama.
What up, Sugar Mama?
What's boiling like crawfish, fellas?
I'm not gonna lie, she's generational with these openings, bro. The intros are great, bro.
She's goated. She said, y'all didn't read my super chat last night, and I'm hurt. I was told by a little birdie it was red, so I watched it twice, and I wrote all the names. I was not read. Love you, fellas. Shannon, I don't recall that. I remember getting a super chat from you.
No, we read Shannon's yesterday. We read Shannon's yesterday.
And I read it. You putting smut on my name, Shannon. I don't like that. And I just had your back and boosted you up. But anyway, it's good to see you. We love you as well, Shannon. And that's all I got in the super chats right now.
Well, anyway, fellas, the biggest conversation in the NBA right now, outside of this outside of the Thunder and God, goodness gracious, outside of the Spurs and Timberwolves, has been LeBron James and whether he played his last game in a Lakers uniform or not. I almost came into the Speakeasy today on Teague time with the jersey on and nothing else, just to pay homage to him. But I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say about his future.
Well, I think you guys asked me about it, and I've answered questions. Yeah, I don't think I've come out like, oh, retirement is coming. So, I mean, with my future, I don't know. Obviously, I mean, this is obviously we're still fresh from, obviously losing, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously, as it stands right now tonight. I got a lot of time. I'll sit back, like I think I said it last year after we lost, I think, to Minnesota. Go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then when the time comes, obviously, you guys know what I decide to do.
Now, this conversation about him possibly retiring has started a lot of discourse about whether his time in LA has been good or not. I'll let you guys take a listen to what they said on Wake Up Barstool.
Listen, LeBron, I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I don't know how anyone could say that his time in LA was a success. He went there for 8 years. He won nothing.
Championship.
No, he didn't.
You're not counting the COVID.
I do not count.
We go to the Mickey Mouse.
I absolutely do not count the COVID championship. Look, he's one of the best players of all time, but his time in LA was not.
2-5, because I got the same thoughts. I got the same
thoughts. Actually, before we get to that,
you got to get interrupted.
This is what I'm saying, though, right? No disrespect to these guys, because I've been on their pride and all that. But when you take dudes that are not athletes, that don't respect athletes, and they say stuff like this, bro, LeBron, bubble or no bubble, he's going against other great professional players.
Correct.
Like, that's like saying, well, Tom Brady, your championship didn't count with the Bucks. That was in quarantine.
Correct.
Right? The same type of stuff they had in the NBA, they had in the NFL. And when you start saying people that don't know how it feels to put the cleats on or put the helmet on or put the shorts on, the Nikes on, it's like I can't even take you serious. So when certain people, when we ask these questions, we talk about it, this is why I don't want to say the word respect, but I don't really take them serious. Because you have no idea. So when you say stuff like that his championship don't count in the bubble, because come on, man. Because if anybody else would have won that championship in the bubble, you would count it. That's why I don't really take everybody serious. If you ain't really step on that and had that sweat and really know what's going on to be an athlete, come on, because you can talk like that.
Yeah.
You can talk like that.
Yeah.
And if there's another athlete sitting there, what do you think he looking at him saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you don't respect athletes and you don't know what it feels like to really be one, you can say whatever you want, especially if you're around other non-athletes. That's why I hate these type of takes. I ain't even going to feed into that no more. I mean,
Now, I agree with this wholeheartedly because when I first saw that clip, it makes my blood boil when somebody says LeBron's championship don't count, especially if you've never accomplished anything athletically in your life at any level. Because if you've accomplished anything athletically in your life at any level, you understand how hard it is to go against another person whose job it is to keep you from winning and win.
A professional.
Particularly an individual who is getting paid millions of dollars to stop you from doing what you are doing. Something with a heartbeat, quite literally, is being compensated to keep you from winning, and you win. We don't say the Dodgers chip in 2020 don't count. We don't do that. We don't say, I believe it might have been Bama's chip don't count. We don't say that the Bucks chip don't count. We only say that that LeBron James ring don't count. And it's not even athletes who say it. And it's not even that it's not athletes who say it because athletes are ignorant, athletes are dumb. It's because athletes know what it takes. And I'm not even limiting it to professional. I'm making this an inclusive conversation. If you've even won at a high level, whatever your level is, if you know what it takes to win, if you know what it takes to defeat another individual, you can't fix your lips to utter that LeBron James' championship in the bubble does not count. Everybody got the same rules. Everybody got the same timeline. Everybody got the same guidelines. He won that championship, and a whole bunch of individuals that have never won anything athletically are the only ones that try to discredit
man.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a meme online that I think a lot of people just don't take as seriously. If anything, I think it is one of the tougher rings that you could have won because it was all about basketball. There was no exterior distractions or anything outside of it all. It was them competing on a basketball court, no crowd. This is just pure hoops. And LeBron James and his team went out there and won it. And also, if we don't remember, before the pandemic started, the Lakers were already one of the best teams in the league. And there wasn't even a question. So the fact that we're talking about LeBron James in the same way that, Trey, did I not say beforehand, before this series started, the Thunder are going to watch them, and people afterwards are going to be talking about LeBron James's legacy and saying that he got swept away. This is just what LeBron James has had to deal with the entirety of his career. There was comments here from Dave Portnoy as well. I'll read them for you guys. He said, I've never been the biggest LeBron fan, but anybody saying his career. All right, well, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but Dave Portnoy essentially said he's basically Clyde Drexler or Karl Malone, great players in their own rights that never won. LeBron doesn't even make the roster of all-time Lakers greats. It's an insult to his legacy and the legacy of a top 5 player of all time to say that his tenure in LA was successful. Although I do suppose if he was truly a top 5 player of all time, he maybe would have won in LA. Tough to wrap my brain around it. Fellas, this is so unbelievably asinine that he's essentially talking as if it's a matter of fact that his delusion is reality, that a bubble ring doesn't count, that everybody in the NBA was competing for. So the 2020 season just should not count whatsoever, no matter what. But this only happens because it's LeBron James that it happened with. The Lakers were one of the best teams in the league that year before the pandemic even started. Correct. So the fact that we're having this conversation is beyond stupid. And I'm with Shady. This is only a take that you would have. It's fan service for LeBron haters, if we're being honest. It really is. Because there's no way you actually believe this nonsense. It's crazy. And also, we're talking about a 41-year-old. If LeBron James would have retired after winning that ring, guess what? It would have been on par for some of the greatest athletes that we've ever seen. Well, how many years was that deep into his career? 18, 17 years into his career? If he would have retired after that, it would have made sense. But you're in year 23 now, going to the playoffs again, made a Western Conference final damn near at the age of 40, and we're acting as if he did absolutely nothing for the Lakers when he's had so much roster turnover as well. It's utterly ridiculous.
I will say this, though. First of all, Karen has lost weight. He has lost weight.
Oh, wow. I appreciate that.
Yeah, 40. I don't know about the 40, but he's lost weight. I know when the player loses weight. Anyway,
don't show us, please.
Keep that. But real quick, back to this though, and y'all be on me about some of my takes about how I judge certain people, but this is why I don't really take a lot of people serious if you never really played the game. Because you can talk like this. This guy, he has a lot of money. He's rich. Just be rich. Do like rich billionaire stuff. You're a billionaire. Go on boats and have jokes and have drinks. And, but when we start talking about real sports and talking about some of the greatest players that ever played the game, how can you even speak about this? That his tenure with the Lakers is not even real and it's been a failure. because the bubble's not a real championship. Like every other NBA teams was competing for the same championship. You had guys that became MVPs.
Correct.
Like Jokic was in there playing. You get what I'm saying? Like it is really crazy, and I feel like when you don't respect athletes and you don't respect elite athletes, professional athletes, and you're not an athlete yourself, and when you say certain things, people listen to you, but for real, it's like it's disrespectful because you have no seat to even talk on. Mm-hmm. How do you know? How do you know how hard it is to be a NBA player, NFL player? You don't know. So you can speak like that. That's why I don't take every opinion serious. And I'm not saying you have to play the game, but I am saying certain players won't even take you serious if you talk like this. Yeah. If Charles Barkley said this, right, we would say it's crazy, but we're going to try to find a way to understand it. Mm-hmm. When a dude like that has never played, never sweat, going to talk about LeBron and basketball, I can't even really take him serious. That's why a lot of people that haven't played for real, I don't really take him serious.
Yeah.
Portnoy
giving LeBron basketball advice would be like a unhoused person giving Portnoy wealth advice.
Come on, man.
It'd be like Trey giving me food advice.
Just be rich.
Come on, bro. Be rich, bro.
Stupid. At the end of the day, don't try to mask an insult by saying, hey, I'm not insulting you. Hey, I respect you too. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is the most insulting thing you could say to LeBron James to try to undermine the fact that he won that championship. Now, with that being said, if you wanted to say LeBron's tenure in LA was underwhelming, I would hear that. That I would hear. That's a conversation I'm willing to discuss. LeBron goes to Miami, he goes to 4 championships, he wins 2. LeBron's tenure in Cleveland, even when he goes back, he goes to 4 championships, he wins 1. LeBron's tenure in Cleveland before he goes to Miami, he goes to a championship, he wins none. LeBron's tenure in LA, he goes to 1 championship, he wins it. If you want to say LeBron's tenure in LA was underwhelming, I'd be like, you know what, bet. I'll give you that. All-time greats in LA, albeit they were in their prime, Shaq's, Kobe's. Shaq went to 4 championships. I believe he won 3. Kobe went to 5 championships, maybe 6 championships. I believe he won 5. Dang, LeBron, you go to 1, albeit you were older, you only win 1. You want to say it's underwhelming? Conversation I would discuss. But to completely undermine the championship he won is just the dumbest thing any sports pundit can do.
Real quick, you don't think, see, I'm not mad at that take, but it's like, who's the messenger, Joe? Like, for example, if Austin Rivers says that, right, and LeBron hears that, how you think he gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If Nick Wright and this other gentleman say it, it's like, who y'all talking to? Now, if Jordan said it, Kobe said it, if Shaq said it, LeBron's like, okay, I can see it, and I can try to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm, of course.
That's why sometimes I'm saying like the messenger matters more than the message.
Yeah. You said you disagree with the take.
Yeah, I got to disagree with the take. I don't think you can call LeBron's tenure in Los Angeles underwhelming simply for the fact that dynasties seem to be a thing of the past. So to get 1 ring off, I mean, we're in the back half of the 2020s, right? We've got fewer years left to go than we've had, come. So I think for him to get a championship to kick off this decade, and then we've seen a new champion every year since then, I think that's way more of an accomplishment. And then also to compare the back half of his 30s and now early 40s to his younger 20s and late 20s, I just don't think that's fair. I think it's disingenuous to say that he's underwhelmed in Los Angeles.
Well, this is my problem. Fellas, do you know when LeBron James won that championship, how old he was when he won that last championship?
35?
Yeah, he was 35 years old. You know how old Paul Pierce was when he became a Brooklyn Net?
35?
36.
Yeah.
We're talking about someone at the tail, like not even the tail end. LeBron James is so unbelievably great, and he's played so great for so long. He's still held to the same standard that he was at 27, 28. Right now at 41.
But no, here's
it's ridiculous.
But here's where I would challenge both of y'all is when LeBron went to the Lakers, it wasn't like we're getting old man LeBron. I wouldn't even say we're getting back half of career LeBron. We're getting LeBron on the heels of going to 8 straight NBA finals. Mm-hmm. So don't come to LA, fall off, and then wave this woe is me, I'm old flag. LeBron wasn't old. He went to LA, first year he got hurt. Mm-hmm. And then he goes to the championship. Mm-hmm. And so that first year he got hurt. If LeBron doesn't get hurt, who knows what happens? Obviously, they weren't a good team either way. But the fact of the matter is, the LeBron that went to LA was on the heels of 8 straight NBA finals. He was not old. He was not washed. He was not over the hill. He still led the NBA in categories after that point. So to say that the greatest player or top 2 player of all time goes to one of the top 2 franchises of all time and only wins 1 championship, that being underwhelming, to me, that's not an unfair take because all of his previous organizations, he went to more championships, and at minimum, he went to more championships. Cleveland, he only won 1. But all of his other organizations, he went to more championships, and he had the greatest roster control that he ever had, I would suggest, in LA. So for that reason, I don't think it's... I hear that, and I would actually say, like, you know what? If you want to say something, I hear you. I don't fully disagree with y'all.
Yeah.
I just think, like, if somebody were to say, hey, 1 chip for an all-time... one finals is fair, because Shady always says Aaron Rodgers only been to the Super Bowl once. If you want to say only 1 finals appearance for LeBron in his Lakers tenure is underwhelming, I'd be like, I'm not mad at you.
I think it's unrealistic. I think that's unrealistic. Hey,
gone
we got
more than once?
we got 34-year-old LeBron James off of 8 straight finals appearances and 2 straight seasons in his 30s where he averages more minutes per game than anyone else in the NBA. We're getting that player, and after the first year, blow up the team, and maybe that's a part of LeBron's doing as well. The next year, we win a championship when he's 35 years old. After that, you got what you asked for. You got a championship back in Los Angeles. They wouldn't have won one without him. Not even close.
So I think two pieces of nuance to that argument also is he went to a different conference completely.
Yes.
And he went to the more difficult conference. If LeBron didn't win a championship while he was in LA, the conversation would be, dang, bro, you couldn't just get one? You couldn't get one chip while you was in LA? You couldn't do anything? But he wins one in this. Damn, all you could do is one, bro. All you can do is one?
Let's keep adding
If he won 2, it'd be, well, Kobe won 3 in a row.
But let's keep adding nuance. Everybody in here knows basketball, from Shady to myself to everybody. The Lakers greats, any Lakers great that has ever donned the uniform, regardless of their age, goes more than once. Kareem went and spent the back half of his tenure there, and he didn't have to be the guy. Magic was young, and then he grew old. Kobe was young, and then he grew old. Shaq was young, and then he grew mid, and then he left. All-time greats that don Lakers uniforms, they go to more than 1 finals. So if we're all adding nuance here, that is why I would say 1 isn't enough. Because from Kareem, who was in LA at 40 and 41 and 42, though he didn't have to be the man, he had Magic, albeit LeBron does have Luka being hurt. Lakers greats go more than once. So LeBron, if you are a Lakers great, you underachieved compared to your peers. You didn't underachieve.
Can we add nuance?
The counter to that is that dynasties don't exist anymore. Teams used to get 3, 4, 5 championships in a decade. You just don't see that anymore. We've got a different champion every single year this decade. So
we're not gonna talk about before LeBron got to the Lakers how bad they was, or that don't matter.
Terrible.
They was terrible though. Terrible. Man. Then his first year they were still terrible. He had a whole bunch of rookies on the squad.
Yep.
We don't see if we gonna talk about LeBron, let's look at the whole sheet. Because any other player will look at the whole sheet, the whole issue, the good, the bad. Well, LeBron, we don't do that. LeBron got to LA, they was weak.
Weakest.
And Kobe leaving, it's like, all right, what we do? And then with Kobe's last couple years, that team wasn't good.
Terrible.
Yeah. LeBron gets there, they clean that thing up, and then within 2 years they win a championship. Yeah. Stop playing.
Kobe at this age wasn't making the playoffs.
Correct.
Like, he's one of the Lakers greats, and also we're talking about guys that play for the team for Kobe 20 years.
Here's my thing.
And all of the guys you mentioned, they play for over a decade.
If I watch you at another network and you crush it and you win multiple Emmys, if I bring you over here, I want multiple Emmys. Shady, if I watch you go for 1,300 yards on one team, if I bring you to my team, I want you to go for 12 or 1,300 yards. The Cavs sucked when LeBron came back, and they sucked when LeBron left. LeBron showed up, 4 straight chips. The Heat were 6 seeds, 7 seeds, 8 seeds, 5 seeds, not making playoffs. LeBron shows up, 4 straight appearances. So Shady's right. The Lakers sucked. But if I'm the Lakers, I'm like, wait a second, LeBron. But I saw what you did. I want what you did for Cleveland. Come do that for me. What you did for Miami, come do that for me. Because the Cavs sucked too, and the Heat weren't good either. So like, whatever you did there, just do that.
But they won a chip though. When he went to the Cavs, they won a chip.
Got a chip.
Not multiple, just one.
They won one.
And he gives to LA, they won a chip.
He did that.
Like, imagine saying like, yo, we won a championship because we were the Lakers. And the brother bring you a championship and you still not satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when we talk about real sports, people get unrealistic. Bro, it's hard as hell to win champions. It's hard. And when you don't, and you're not in them shoes, you don't see, you can have that take you talking about, But the other, you being a ball player, like, you know what, 2-5, it's hard as F to win. It's hard to win. Yeah. Now we talking about the pros. For him to come to LA as bad as they were, and just win you a chip. Yeah. How can you dispute that? Like, dog. Yeah.
Just when you won.
Also, come on, man. This is just the LeBron standard, though, if we're being honest. This is just the LeBron standard. The man has made it to 10 NBA finals, something that I guarantee you we won't see another player make it to 10 NBA finals while we're alive. The modern era of basketball, he's the only person to make it to 10 NBA finals, and the conversation is, why didn't you make it to more NBA finals? You needed to do more. He got to the Lakers as old as Michael Jordan, so it is what it is. Look, we got to keep the show pushing. It's time to talk about some NFL news. Troy Aikman had some comments on Jalen Hurts. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
Correction. And I believe Jalen can do anything that he's asked to do. I go back to early in his career. We had them in the playoff game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was Jalen's first year as a starter.
I remember the game.
They did not play well in that game offensively. They really struggled, and they needed to be better throwing the football. And the very next year, it was remarkable, the turnaround that we saw from that passing game and from Jalen Hurts. So what that proved to me is that he's a quarterback who puts in the time to do everything he can to be his best. And so whatever he's been challenged with this offseason, I fully expect him to come out and play the kind of football that we're accustomed to seeing him play.
We'll see if.
Fellas, do you guys agree with Troy Aikman in this take on Jalen Hurts that he can, do anything that he's asked to do?
Yeah. I mean, come on now. Can we quit the malarkey? Yeah. Yes, yes. He's the freaking MVP of the Super Bowl. Hell yeah. All pro. Some Troy never did. This is what I'm going to say, though, real quick. I think Jalen Hurts gets so much slack because the team around him is so good, so great, right? And they feel like, oh, well, he's not doing enough. That's why they're winning. But I do think Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. He's shown you over and over again that I can throw the ball. And the Super Bowl, we said, let's take out Saquon Barkley. And they did that. There's no way they can win a game if Saquon doesn't get off. And he doesn't go off, and then they win a championship, and he's the MVP of that game. So I think Jalen Hurts can do it. I think what you want from Jalen Hurts is you want him to be Joe Burrow. You want him to be Josh Allen. You want him to be – he's never going to beat them guys. He's not. Everybody's different. Yeah. I don't think Jalen Hurts is ever going to come out there and just throw for 45 touchdowns. That's not him. But you still can be a really good quarterback, and I think he is. I think the problem is we want him to be something he's not. You want – if you have a Super Bowl MVP quarterback, a Super Bowl winner, he has to look like 4,000 yards passing, and he's not that. Yeah. But he's still a elite quarterback. So I agree with what Troy is saying. I think that he's going to be good this year. I think he's going to have a bounce back year, and it's going to look the way that Jalen Hurts looks.
I agree with Troy, but it's interesting. You got to listen to what Troy said. I agree that Jalen Hurts can do anything he's asked to do.
That's right.
It's near impossible to disagree with that statement. The next layer of the question is, well, is Jalen Hurts not asked to do more because he can't do more? You feel me? Like, if you ask a child who can crawl to crawl, well, yeah, the child can do anything you ask them to do. But ask that same child who can only crawl to walk. Then ask the individual who can only walk to run. Yeah, they can do what they're asked to do, but if you were to ask them to do more, could they do the more? Jalen Hurts can absolutely do everything that he is asked to do. The tension that people try to bring up is, well, Jalen Hurts is limiting the offense because the Eagles can't ask him to do more because he can't do more successfully or he can't do more effectively. So it's impossible in my mind to disagree with what Troy Aikman said. The question then for me becomes, has the Eagles offense to some degree been limited because they haven't asked Jalen to do more? And have they not asked Jalen to do more, Shady?
But this is the thing, man, like, and sometimes I get into this where I'm like, man, we got to do more. But when I look at, like, the Eagles' tender with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, and from the rough beginning to where he is now, like, they have their formula of winning.
Yeah, they do.
And maybe I want to see more passes. Maybe I want to see AJ get more passes. Yep. Maybe Smitty more targets. I get that. Because we have the players, we have the offensive linemen, we have the defense. But the way that we've won games and won a championship, that's the name of the game, is to win championships. And sometimes you got to take your personal feelings and how you want to see it. Yeah, if you look at the Eagles, how they win, the last championship, how we won is we ran the ball well. There's some games where Jalen Hurts ran the ball really, really good. There's some games he threw the ball solid. And the defense played great, and we won a championship. Yeah. And I feel like even at his best, where he was a number 2 runner-up for MVP, he didn't throw the ball just up and down the field crazy. He had 4,000 yards. He threw the ball. He did well, right? But it wasn't just, oh, my God. And we won. And he ran the ball, too. I think the way that we want him to look is not him.
Yeah.
And once we realize that, I'm like, you know what? He's a winner. He's going to take this team to the playoffs, and they could potentially go to the Super Bowl because we do that every other year, and it's going to look a certain way. It's not going to look the way like every other quarterback in the league is playing.
I think Shady's right in that, like, accept Jalen Hurts for who he is because the Eagles win with Jalen Hurts, and at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is capable of winning. Now, the only question for me with Jalen Hurts is what I do need him to do more of and do more effectively moving forward is run the ball again. Because when Jalen Hurts first stepped into the league, his first year as a starter, 780 rushing yards. Second year as a starter, 760 rushing yards. But now listen to 605 rushing yards by his fourth year, 630 rushing yards by his fifth year, and this last year just 421 rushing yards, the fewest attempts he's had. And this past year he didn't deal with a lower leg injury, not during the bulk of the season. So, Jalen, if you're not going to give the team 30 passing touchdowns, that's fine. If you're not going to give the team 35 passing touchdowns, that's fine. But Kieran, what Jalen Hurts was doing when he was younger was giving the team nearly 800 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Jalen, if you're not going to be an over-the-top volume passer, then you need to do what non-volume passers do, and that is run incredibly effectively. Lamar Jackson isn't a volume passer, but Lamar is going to give you 1,300 yards rushing. You know, Russell Wilson became a volume passer, but remember, early on in Russell Wilson's career, he led the Seahawks in rushing. Do not just take my word for it. Please go look it up. There was a season that Russell Wilson led the Seahawks in rushing yards. So when Russell Wilson was only passing for 26 touchdowns early in his career, he was giving you 700-800 yards rushing. So at minimum, I will say, Jalen, you have to, again, become a more effective runner so that this Eagles offense can be more dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, I like that Troy Aikman was the one to make this comment because, I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is this generation's version of Troy Aikman, in my opinion. I don't think he's ever going to be that MVP caliber guy unless, you know, he has another good season running the football like you said. I think Jalen Hurts, he has proven to do whatever the Eagles have asked him to do to go win football games. Because the Eagles are a run-first, really solid defensive football team. And I think that works for them right now. But if that identity ever starts to shift, I don't know if Jalen Hurts can do what other quarterbacks are asked to do around the league because I've never seen him in that situation before. I've seen him in a situation where you have an incredible offensive line capable, at his best, an incredible offensive line capable of protecting him, capable of opening up holes for the running back, and also him extending plays. We've seen him play at a very, very high level, but I don't know if he can continue to do what the Eagles have had him do over the past couple of years because I don't know if that roster is still the same.
Is our problem with Jalen Hurts analysis our problem with society where a comparison is a thief of joy? And we're looking at a Jalen Hurts who does everything for his team at the highest level. Yet we're comparing what Jalen Hurts doesn't do and using that to undermine all of the great things he does. If you're Jalen Hurts, why the hell would you want to be Justin Herbert? Just to say you have a bigger arm? Just to say you can throw the ball further? Why the hell would you want to be Justin Herbert when you've been to multiple Super Bowls? You have an All-Pro. You have a Super Bowl MVP. If you're Jalen Hurts, why would you want to be one of these quarterbacks like Jordan Love, who the world praises, when you are better at what you do? Like, to me, Kieran, the assessment we have with Jalen Hurts and the problem we have assessing Jalen Hurts is a lot of the problem we have with society where you got an incredibly nice house, but dang, their house in the hill's a little bit bigger. Yeah. I got a nice whip, but dang, I ain't pushing the AMG. I'm just pushing the S550. I ain't get the AMG version. Dang, I got the 2018 Rolls. I ain't got the 26. Like, why are you comparing Jalen when Jalen is perfect for the team?
I think because sometimes, you know, as a competitor, you go from the quarterback win stats being a quarterback stat, which you like to say. Yeah. But when you're a competitor, it's like, yo, man, you're not better than me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then as an athlete, we always size each other up.
Yeah.
Well, your team is doing that, but what you doing? How good are you?
Point.
And I think that's the struggle when you got people out there saying like wins or quarterback stats, and you got athletes like, well, how? Because I just have to have a terrible team, but I'm nice. You know, I can throw this, I can do that. That's where them arguments start.
Yeah, that's well said. And then I think fans take those arguments because fans should. That's fans enjoy the game and they run with it.
I think it's even some of the players are like Shady said. Chris Jones, we saw him this past season when Jalen Hurts is about to take the knee. Bro, you didn't even have 100 yards today.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you're winning football games with him not having to do what other players have to do to win football games. So whenever we're seeing that week in and week out, tough.
But you know, the thing about it is, I think it's Eagles fans causing the problem because Jalen don't even talk like that.
Nah,
it's the Eagles fans that
Jalen. No. We gotta be real. Jalen got a little cocky, little side to him.
He does.
He has the right to be,
at
though.
least, like, he doesn't verbalize it. Because as you're talking, I'm like, if I live this out, and I'm like, I'm going to take DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray wasn't like that. He wasn't. But he led the league in rushing yards. He had 1,845, if I'm not mistaken. He had 3 games in his 1,800-yard season where he went under 100 yards. Twice against the Eagles and once against my brother's Arizona Cardinals. DeMarco wasn't like that. But DeMarco's stats would suggest he was like that.
Yeah.
But when we, as our defense, were like, bro,
you wouldn't call him a top 10 running back of the 2010s at all.
He just wasn't cold to me like that.
Yeah.
But DeMarco didn't try to bark like he was that nice. Because if DeMarco tried to bark like he was Adrian Peterson or bark like he was 2'5", then we would have to be like, come on, bro. You have who they have a left tackle? You had number 77.
What's called Tyron Smith. You had Travis Frederick. You had Chris Martin. Or Zach Martin. You had a solid ass offensive line.
Correct. Because then we would have been like, hey, DeMarco, it's your offensive line. Because
Darren McFadden came and had 1,000 yards.
Because with all due respect, you're not really like that. But because nobody really barked on DeMarco's behalf, he quietly led the league in rushing, quietly had an 1,800-yard season, quietly got $56 million from the Eagles. It's like, but nobody has to bark back. But if you start barking too loud, now we got to humble you. And I think Eagles fans, on behalf of Jalen, have barked so loud that the rest of the world is like, hold on, Jalen, you not really like that.
See, this is my thing. I think it is. I think that the DeMarco Murray situation is similar. And the reason why I think the discourse happens is because you have a lot of people throwing Jalen Hurts in top 5 conversations, and it's the Eagles fans that do that, which is why you end up having the responses that you do. After DeMarco Murray had an 1,800-yard season, if people were saying, he better than Adrian Peterson.
But is it
He's just as good as Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson had an 1,800-yard season in 2 years. Then it looks crazy. Then it looks like absolute, and it's not that.
And you gotta fight back.
I will say this though. It's not DeMarco Murray's fault that he went out there and had a great year behind the offensive line. He still had to go out there and do that. And the same thing with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, it's not his fault that he got drafted to an amazing team with an amazing roster, an amazing GM. He still had to go out there and perform and win a Super Bowl. And we've seen players in similar situations not be able to do that. So I don't want to just shit all over Jalen Hurts. But I think the majority of the criticism of Jalen Hurts comes whenever we are comparing him to other players that are similarly ranked amongst their fan base.
The reason why though is because they make it a winning quarterback stat. That's why though.
Yeah.
That's why. Like, how else can you compare a quarterback or I'm not even quarterback. This is a player that's one of the best in the game, and other from attributes, from talent, from everything, and the quarterback not be that, but you try to compare him because of the team success.
Well, I think
that's the problem though. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the problem.
But if I can push back and use your words,
it's Acho's fault.
The other thing, though, 2-5 is people look at the game. You always say, stop looking at the stats, watch the tape. And I think the problem for Jalen Hurts is when you look at Jalen Hurts' tape, and you look at Stafford's tape, and you look at Allen's tape, and you look at Burrow's tape, and you look at Jackson's tape. I didn't even mention Mahomes because that's disrespectful, but let's mention him. And you look at Mahomes' tape. Hell, you look at Jaden Daniels' rookie season tape. You're like, those two players don't look the same. So the problem is, Shady, too many people's eyes work. They just don't watch box scores. They look at the tape.
What I'm saying is, like, when you argue for certain guys that's not as good because of their team, like Sam Darnold's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even pick on him, but people throw his name out there a lot now. I'm just like, yo. And then when you start talking about comparing him to other quarterbacks, you're only talking about because he won a Super Bowl, because of his team. You get what I'm saying? Where we talk about the Josh Allen because he falls short every year. Lamar Jackson falls short. But if you talk about who's a better quarterback, it's like, come on, man. Is there a real conversation?
Yeah.
But one quarterback won a Super Bowl and won a lot of games as a team. So I'm going to put him with this other dude that is super talented, is one of the best in the league, there's only a few better than him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now they compare it. And it's like, it's crazy because any real ball player is like, yo, there's certain quarterbacks, I don't care how many Super Bowls they win, he shouldn't be compared to this quarterback right here. It's like if freaking Dan Marino, as great as he is, he ain't won no Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But you better not start just throwing quarterbacks in front of him.
Aikman
like Troy Aikman. You better not. You never, ever.
Yeah.
And I respect Troy, but Troy should never be talked about like Dan Marino or even compared.
Yeah.
And when you talk about the team success and you put that all on a quarterback, now people start arguing with the real, really good ones and great ones.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes at.
That's fair. That's fair. That's well said. Hey, let's get some super chats. G, I ain't heard from the chat
Listen,
in a while.
yeah, it's been a while. Victor Mojo.
What up, Victor Mo?
Is in the building. Said LeBron slander is wild at this point. If you really knew ball, then you would know roster is the problem, not him. Can't expect a 40-year-old to win a title with all this young firepower the rest of the league has. You don't win rings on accident. Trav Too Real also jumped back with a $50 super chat and said, "Hey man, all that super chat money and Acho ain't paid the Wi-Fi bill."
You call it Wi-Fi?
Here's the thing, bro.
You never heard it called?
We don't use super chat money to get. We got like a backup. We got a generator in the back.
We do. We rented out of a car one time.
We have a second power breaker.
Yeah.
But what I don't think we can even do is 2 Wi-Fis.
Yeah.
So it's that's not all.
We got
me,
Spectrum.
Bro.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
AT&T.
AT&T.
AT&T. AT&T's reliable.
Spectrum's bad though. They be throttling stuff.
They do.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they do throttle
Spectrum
the
will
Wi-Fi.
drop. Look, hint for you. If you got your internet and it's on and you feel like it's acting a little bit wonky, run a speed test. After they throttle it. What's it called? Whenever your essentially broadband knows that it's being speed tested.
Speed test, so they'll try to boost it back up.
They'll boost it back up.
Correct. I do that all the time.
If it ends up dropping back down, yeah.
Really?
Look at
Just
him. He's so excited. He's like, my Wi-Fi gets throttled all the time.
Exactly.
I can't wait to try this.
They give you less megs and you paying for what you paying for. So let them know.
Oh, yeah, we'll put you on game after the show, Acho.
Absolutely.
He goes on to say, social pay cut, got to reconstruct his contract now. Slim Fast Bear, I salute you, bro. As a chubby dude who's 6'2", I know it's not easy to be consistent. Shady, if I was rich, we'd be bros.
Facts.
Hey, hold
Facts.
up.
I got a lot of rich friends on me.
Number one prospect in the next draft right now. He's
for sure.
He's been there.
Trav Too
He's
Real
been there.
is-
It's too bad. 214 Mr. DFW finna secure that number one selection. Trav, you're gonna be on the winning team. Don't worry about it, brother.
No, Trav said he's on Shady's team.
Nah.
He's
Not yet.
recruiting.
We got
He said
another
he's the
draft.
rookie of the year.
We gonna have 3 teams.
You know what we got to do, though? After we redraft, and for those that are wondering, we did a draft about 2 weeks ago where the most common people in the Speakeasy, we drafted them on 2 separate teams. So anytime we reference the draft, we're talking about a draft that occurred a couple weeks ago. We're going to do the draft next time, and we got to tally up super chats, total number of super chats, and accumulated value of super chats to see like what team actually had the better team.
Yeah. That starts next week.
Now we'll do it in the new season. When we start the football season, we'll like actually
Keep an aggregate total
like a
of
real total.
Right,
But
but don't we want that for the draft board to know like
what we
since
know right
the last
now is
draft?
who we drafting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, we keep in mind track of like who we finna draft again.
Okay.
Also, if y'all just tuning in, please hit the subscribe
Do
button.
it.
Stop what you're doing right now. Hit the subscribe button. The algorithm pushes the shows to get more subscribers, especially if you get subscribers within the show. After
And
that,
drop
hit the
a
bell.
like.
Drop a like.
Drop a like, man. Drop a like right now.
comment. Any sort of interaction with the shows, with the VODs continues to push the algorithm. We're literally in studio for y'all. We don't do the show from our home. We don't do the show from our kitchens like other shows. We don't do the show from hotels. We built out a studio to give y'all the best viewing experience. So please hit the subscribe button right now. Drop a like. Send to a friend. Other super chat, sir.
Listen, keeping it moving. Jonathan James Rambo said MJ is my GOAT, but the NBA will be completely different when LeBron leaves. It will be a sad day. Carebear, quickly, what is your favorite Kung Fu Panda movie? Go.
Oh, 2 with Shin, amazing. Kung Fu Panda 2, awesome. Whenever he gets the ball and in the final scene, and then he ends up like it gets like yin and yang. It's really cool. Inner peace.
Alec the Don said, first off, God is great.
I've never seen Kung Fu Panda.
Wait, I ain't never seen Kung Fu Panda?
I ain't never
haven't
seen
the
it.
Brother,
second
I'm not
one.
gonna lie,
I've
Kung
only
Fu
seen the
Panda is
first
tough.
one. It is a good movie.
2 is
and
really
one of my
tough.
guys is a voice actor in it, but I haven't seen
that's
the second one.
sweet.
Yeah. Alec the Don
Trey,
said,
you watched it too?
I watched the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Oh, you gotta watch the second one, bro. You'll actually really like it. I'm telling you. Watch it tonight.
Shady, why you grinning,
telling
bro?
you.
That's like I be like the green. What's it? The green thumb.
Bro, I was a kid. I couldn't watch a kid's movie. I was 10 when the first one came
But
out.
Shady, you almost 40 though, so it makes sense why
Yeah,
you
that
haven't
is true.
seen these.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah.
I mean, we what?
That's
Nah, but that's a
6 years
generational
apart.
gap. You are Unc for real, bro. You really.
I mean, I just never watched no. Like, I mean, y'all ain't never watched like. Never mind, don't matter.
Yeah.
We know, Shady. You're just too cool for
That's
cartoons.
up. You closer to 50 than you are to 20. That's pretty nasty.
Alec the Don said, first off, God is great. First time super chatter. I have a random question for the Speakeasy fan. Where do you rank Kyrie Irving in the best PGs of all time? He's
Good question.
tough to rank. Yeah,
He's a very tough player to rank.
He is. Because skill-wise,
accolades,
he's better than a lot of your favorites.
Accolades, it's up and down though. So
Accolades is-
he's a phenomenal playoff performer, as we've seen.
Yep.
But also,
He ain't like top 10 though, right?
nah, he's not top 10. You
Top
can't.
12.
He top 15.
He's top 15.
He's top 15.
I don't know
Yeah.
though. See,
What you don't know?
and I love Kyrie, but like you'll say he's top 15 because he's talented. Is that what it is?
And he got a chip.
It's a lot of guys out there that's like that. Like if I give you an example, right? He's way more talented than this player, but most people say I want to take that guy over Kyrie Irving. John Stockton. Can't touch him.
No.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Yeah,
Stockton.
no, John Stockton is top 5.
But if you ask somebody like, yo, will you take him? You like, ain't no way.
I'm not gonna lie, he might not be top 15.
If I'm telling you,
Yeah.
nah, bro.
Would you say him over Damian Lillard?
I'm taking Kai over Westbrook. That's my thing.
Oh,
that's silly.
All right, I'm gonna keep
That's
the conversation moving.
That's silly.
I
Tall
love
up
Kyrie.
340
Silver
said,
Scott, I want him on my team to win a championship more than I want Russ.
You not-
That's what I'm
but
saying.
you
I
can't
think-
compare.
You take him
them.
over Russell Westbrook?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think
let's keep it moving.
The dude's
no,
an
I'm not-
MVP though,
I'm
bro.
about to start
Yeah,
sneezing.
I
That's
think I
crazy.
know
I'm gonna start sneezing.
I think Kai is more conducive to winning a championship.
Dude.
Hold on.
MVP?
I think it's more conducive to winning a championship.
Nah, hell, y'all see this?
Nah, he sneezes a bad take. He said he sneezes because it's a bad take.
That was a good one.
He sneezes because
That was a good
bad
one.
take.
That was
listen,
bad.
our resident comedian Tall Up 340 said, I can guarantee you that if Bron would have lost that finals to the Heat, it would have counted, though. Shaking my head. People can be so nasty. I agree, bro.
It definitely would have counted.
Bro, if the Heat win that...
If Kawhi would have won it with the Clippers, it would have been like, bro, Kawhi, he goes up in all-time great
Come on, bro.
conversations.
But here's my thing.
Anybody else?
Hold on, because y'all scoffing. You think Westbrook wins a chip?
Oh, you
with
really want to do
LeBron?
this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
all right.
I watch both. I
Hold up.
watch all their games.
well, we here now.
I'm not convinced Westbrook comes back from down 3-1 with LeBron. Westbrook can't shoot.
Hell no, he doesn't come back
I
from down
agree.
3-1.
So like,
No, I agree with that.
To me, that's why I'm going Kai.
Like
might
I
not be
said,
down
hold
3-1.
on. We're having two different conversations.
Yes.
If you tell me which player do you want to be on your team to win a championship,
Yeah.
absolutely, I want
Kyrie
Kyrie.
Irving.
He's a better
Not
number
even
2.
close.
But Kyrie has never played the game on an MVP level like Russell Westbrook has.
Okay, yeah,
And that's the reason
won't
why
dare.
I can't.
I won't dare dispute that.
Yeah.
Because you
mean,
could say the same
you're
thing
saying
about
for
John
you
Stockton. I'm taking Kyrie for my championship team
Yeah.
over John Stockton.
crazy
Prefer
enough-
Kyrie's skill set.
But
crazy enough,
John Stockton is higher.
I take Stockton there only because what Stockton did and how I think Stockton leads the league in steals, a record that might be untouchable.
Yep.
I think Stockton leads the
And
league in
assists.
assists, a record that might be untouchable. But for me, Westbrook, I've seen Westbrook play with greats and not even come close to winning a chip. I've seen Kai play with greats and at least get closer than even Westbrook.
Well, they went to the
did.
finals. They went to the finals with greats.
Westbrook?
Yes.
Yeah, young bull.
So you say he can't get him close. That was wrong. Number 2 is Kyrie Irving won one championship, right? And he's been times where he's been the man on his team. And he had other young, great players on his squad. Like, if we go and start grading these players, you got to grade their whole careers.
Both.
So you only grade when he's with LeBron, sounds like. That's what y'all doing only with LeBron.
Can we be honest, though?
So what about when he goes with Luka? They don't win.
But he went. Like Westbrook.
Hold on, real quick. You just said how conducive to winning, right?
Yep.
A chip. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to count LeBron as being like, I mean, goddamn, he's been to 9, 10 championships, right? So he going to win with you.
10,
He going to win with you. With Kai, without Kai, he going to win
Getting
with you.
42 points, so 2-5.
With Kai, without Kai, he going to win. He showed us that.
Yeah.
Okay?
But he needs
and
to
not
be
only
Wade.
one, and not only one, he going to win more than one. He going to win more than one, okay? Number 2 is when Kai had the keys to his car.
Kai can't drive. No.
Hold on.
neither
go
can
ahead.
Russell, though.
Because
That's exactly.
Okay, but what I'm
Neither
saying,
can Russ.
So Russ didn't win a chip when he's by himself, but he got damn sure got an MVP. That don't matter.
It does. It does. But here's let me give y'all this.
What?
Neither is a championship 1.
Agreed.
But Kai is a championship 2.
Yeah.
And Russ
Five.
isn't. Is that fair to say? Can we all agree there? Like, neither
Yeah.
is a championship 1. I'll give you that, Shady. Russ is a better one than
think-
Kai, but neither is a championship 1. But Kai is a championship 2, and Russ is not a championship
Russ
2.
could be, but Kyrie's going to do a better job of being that championship too. I think Russ has a skill set that with the right fit.
He can't shoot, bro. That's the problem. He's driving to the paint.
Yeah,
but so that's the problem.
We've seen Russ in those moments not be able to deliver though. Like it's
We've
kind
seen
of
him come
deliver
up
with who,
on
though?
some big shots.
Deliver
though.
when he was younger with the Thunder, there were
could
some
shoot.
He
He
could
had-
shoot a whole lot better, but also at
Bro.
the same time, there was like, okay, 2011 playoff series whenever they're in the Western Conference Finals against Dallas. He's bricking shit at the end of the game over and over and over again, allowing us to come back from down 15 in 3 minutes. That ended up giving us a 3-1 lead and sending us to the finals. And you would make the argument that they were a very talented team.
I can't put all that on him.
I'm not putting all of it on him. I'm saying I've seen Kyrie show up more in the playoffs than I have Russell Westbrook. And also, whenever they were both their championship, whenever they both won on their team, I've seen Kyrie be able to go deeper in the playoffs than I have Russ whenever he was the one on his team.
You're talking Boston, Kyrie?
Yeah, Boston Kyrie as a one was able to make it further in the playoffs than I see Russ.
But that was a disappointment, though.
It was a disappointment.
It was a huge disappointment.
But also 2018 in the playoffs, he wasn't there, and they ended up making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. If he was playing, that series might be different, but he was hurt that series as well. So
I think we fall in love with Kyrie because it's his skill set and all that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But when you really break it down, like, there's no way you can put him in front of Westbrook.
Nah, you can't. All the time, you can't. Just what accolades you can't.
I agree. Not all
triple
doubles.
But if you're talking about building a franchise around a player, give me Kyrie.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Or building a franchise with
if I want a championship point guard, give me Kyrie.
Kieran, let's get to the next topic.
Moving forward, speaking of basketball, we're going to keep it basketball. Caitlin Clark, after playing one game this season, is a topic of conversation in the WNBA. This was a bit of an interesting take from the Craig Carton show. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
The Caitlin Clark thing is over because she's not the best player in the WNBA. She's not the best guard in the WNBA. She's not even the best guard from her college class because that's Paige Beckers, who plays for Dallas, who beat them in the season opener. This could be a situation where we look back on Caitlin Clark, and we're not going to look back on her like she's Michael Jordan. She's Jeremy Lin. This is just Lin sanity.
Fellas, just Lin sanity. Do you guys believe Caitlin Clark at this point is still the face of the WNBA?
By impact, Caitlin Clark is a face. By viewership, Caitlin Clark is a face. By moving the needle, Caitlin Clark is a face. By putting butts in seats, Caitlin Clark is a face. By selling tickets, Caitlin Clark is a face. However, it is fair to say that you're disappointed in the lack of growth Caitlin Clark has made on the basketball court. It is fair to say that Caitlin Clark is still a three-point shooter who hasn't grown as far as having a mid-range game. It is fair to say that Caitlin Clark's game is still not as efficient as you would want Caitlin Clark's game to be when we've seen a younger Paige Beckers by a WNBA experience come into the league and be a better player, if not more efficient scorer. Look no further than the first game of them this season. Paige Beckers dropped 20 on 10 shots. Caitlin Clark dropped 20 on 18 shots. I believe Paige Beckers went 8 for 10. Caitlin Clark may have gone 7 of 18. Caitlin just hasn't grown as you would have hoped she would have grown by year 3. She's not the efficient scorer you would hope to see, but is she still a star? She's forever a star. She's crossed that threshold. Caitlin Clark could average 10 points the rest of her career, and she would still be, to me, the face of the W because of what she's done and transcended. But I'm not putting her in top 5 conversations. I don't know that I would put her in top 8 to 10 conversations yet. She just hasn't taken that next step.
This is crazy, yo. I mean, she's in year 3, and she played 1 game so far?
Yeah.
And we saying she hasn't taken the steps? How do we know? Tell me how we know in year 3 she hasn't taken the steps yet.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we do know. We do know that she's a mega star. We do know that if you don't know nothing about the WNBA, you know who her name is. Mm-hmm. You do know she's going to be on every platform, every commercial popping. We do know that the viewership is up when she's playing. We all know these things. So I will say she's still a star. She's still one of the main faces in the NBA, WNBA. Now, obviously, she's not the best. I don't think she's top 5 right now. But this is her 3rd year. She has time, right? And for people that don't know who probably the best player is, a lot of them, if you don't know, they will bring her name up. So I'm not going to kill her like that, but just because she has, I don't know, maybe not the success we were hoping of. Last year she did get injured and things didn't work out for her, but she is damn good. That's crazy, though. I would hate to be judged in my 3rd year in game 1. That would be hard to do, man.
But I think if you're looking at the whole body of work, her 2nd year, she didn't take steps either. And so I think that's the tension.
A lot of injuries last year.
Yep, but first year got hurt.
Okay.
2nd year got hurt.
Yeah.
So you didn't get healthier your 2nd year. 2nd year, I think 3-point percentage went down. 2nd year, I think field goal percentage went down. 2nd year, it's not like all of a sudden you developed the mid-range game that we were looking for her to develop. In the 2nd year, she was the same as she was in the 1st year. Now to your point, it's just been 1 game. But through the 1st game of the 3rd year, it's been the same thing we saw in the 2nd year and the 1st year. So now it's just a fact of we're going on year 3. We're seeing the same thing. And everybody's going to compare Caitlin to her contemporary Paige Beckers. And Paige, year 1, looked like a more well-rounded player than Caitlin. And then Paige, when they went to head-to-head, she was clearly more efficient, played a more efficient game, played a more effective game. Caitlin had more turnovers. Paige shot the ball better. So I think also Shady is now being compared to her contemporary. I think people are starting to say, wait a second, Caitlin, you get all the hype, but Paige is better than you.
I don't know who's saying that. That guy, I don't know if he played any sports. I don't take that guy serious. I know he didn't play no professional sports. Number two, Paige is nice. They're two different people. Paige is nice. We never said she wasn't. It's the reason why she went to UConn, because she can play.
Hello.
However, though, I don't compare Caitlin Clark to freaking Paige. I compare her to Steph Curry. And if everybody wanted to judge Steph Curry in his first 2 or 3 years, he wouldn't be where he's at today. But when Steph Curry turned that thing on, he got it popping, everybody want to be with Steph. So, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride with Caitlin because I think Caitlin is that good. It may take her a year or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 years to get where she needs to be at. But when she gets there, I don't want to see y'all jumping on the bandwagon because that's what happens all the time.
I hear you in terms of exciting play style. Caitlin Clark is Steph Curry whenever she's having a good game. But what we've seen in the WNBA is her not being an efficient three-point shooter whatsoever. And that to me is the thing. When you're taking the most threes in the league and you're not shooting at a very high clip, and it's not really contributing to wins, it's kind of tough it's tough to quantify. Also, whenever you're top in the league in turnovers, or you're also shooting the 5th lowest field goal percentage in the league last season. And I understand it was only 13 games, it was an injury-riddled season. It has been a bit underwhelming, to be honest with you. It has, especially with the injuries last year. Now, I think she can come back, she can bounce back, but as it is right now, it's not an insanity run. What he's saying is absolutely, utterly ridiculous. She has a lot of talent, but the problem is it's far too inconsistent right now. She could go out there and give you a 34-point triple-double, and it wouldn't surprise you. And a lot of girls in the league cannot do that right now. Yeah. They can't. Yeah. They just can't do that. And I think she is very special. She's a talented player, but I think she gets a lot of praise as a top 5, top 10 player, the best player in the league, and she's not that. And even whenever it comes to Paige, it's tough not to compare them. They were in the same class out of high school. They went to college. They played at the same time. Paige accomplished more. Didn't get as much credit. She's a number 1 overall pick, just like Caitlin. Didn't get as much credit. And now I think she's a better player. And
what you mean more credit?
Paige Beckers didn't get nearly as much credit for winning a national championship in college as Caitlin did for making it to a national championship.
Why should she? Bro, you play for UConn. You get all the best players in the country every single year. UConn was just as good when Paige was there, and 10 years before Paige got there, it still was good. The other girl went through Iowa.
Absolutely.
Okay? Ain't nobody going on Iowa, let alone can play sports. Other All-American.
I was not a bad team,
dude. I don't care what you trying to tell me. I watched them play, and I watched her play against them big girls from South Carolina and LSU, and it was a mismatch the whole time. Am I lying?
Nah.
Okay.
I hear you.
You can look at UConn girls. Oh, it looks the same. Oh, height, tall. Oh, strong. Oh, physical. A bit. Oh, All-American. It's the same. I'm not trying to compare Paige and Caitlin because they are different. But bro, it's funny how we all forget, and I think a lot of it's because she had injuries. The girl bad.
No, she's cold. She's cold, and that's what I'm saying. When she's playing
girls basketball till they see the girl
playing at her best,
Steph Curry.
That's the truth. When she's playing at her best, I hear that. But what I'm saying is, we haven't seen that player in years now.
Yeah,
we haven't.
I can't say that,
but we haven't. We've seen it in a couple of games.
And I watched her. She have a stint where she's having double shit. I think last year for a good amount of time she had like so much of double doubles. She had like 10 assists, 22 points. Like she was balling.
Yeah.
Yes, and then she's not top 5 in the league. No, she's not.
Yeah.
But how many girls is coming there right away to be the best?
Let me answer that because the people that we put Caitlin Clark in conversations with, they did.
What conversations?
Breanna Stewart came into the WNBA by her 3rd year, won a chip.
They do
Candace
it fast.
Parker came into the WNBA her 1st year, MVP. So the people
wait, hold up, real quick. Stop. Who compares Caitlin Clark to
Brianna? People try to say that
a lot
Caitlin
of
Clark.
people.
I don't know. I see
people are trying to definitely crown Caitlin Clark the next great.
Well, hold on. I think she's gonna be one of the next greats. I do believe that. But I'll never compare her to Candace Parker. Who would do that? They couldn't play. They don't know about sports.
The expectations that they're putting on Caitlin are that of Candace Parker
and even
the
hype coming into the W.
Yes, the hype. Yeah,
like that's why
she worked in the league and won a championship.
Yes,
she deserves the hype. Yeah, but she hasn't lived up to the hype.
She hasn't.
Yes, if you deserve the hype, then you have to live up to the hype. And the hype she got was that of Breonna Stewart, that of Candace
Correct.
Parker, that of Skylar Diggins, that of Ionescu, that of Paige Beckers.
What do y'all want? So hold it. When you see this hype, what do y'all want her to do? Go to the finals?
We want her to be a top 10 player right now.
I'll tell you what I want her to
So
do.
you want her to be a top 10 player in her second year? Because her third year just started.
Yeah, I mean, it's her third year, yeah.
But dog, like part of the game she was hurt. Like we not gonna talk about that?
I hear that. I hear
so
the injuries,
don't
but my
make
thing is,
excuses, though,
when you're out there,
Hold on real quick. I'm not making excuses for it. But if the girl's hurt and she's not playing, how we gonna like how good we know she's
Because
gonna be?
like Zion hurt. We don't make excuses. He's hurt. Like, it's sports. We don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't make excuses. Like if you hurt, it ain't my fault you hurt. It's not your fault sometimes.
And it's also not your fault that you can't live up to the expectations, but you're not living up to the expectations, and I
can't write her off because she's been hurt.
I'm not writing her off
for
at
2
all.
years.
I'm not writing her off. But what I'm saying is,
the question was,
she has 2 years. This is real quick though. I just want to like slow y'all down for a second. The girl has had 2 years in basketball professionally.
Yep.
And y'all talking about if she's reaching her hype and all that. Name me a player we do that shit with.
LeBron James.
Other stars.
yeah,
LeBron
other stars, the
James?
stars of the league, the
Time
Asia
out.
Wilsons, the
Real
Maya
quick.
Moores,
LeBron, that's your answer. LeBron James?
Wemby. Generational talent.
She had a generational talent label
Caleb
on her,
Williams.
Shady.
Dude.
That's what it is.
Lawrence,
Caleb
no.
Williams.
We don't do it with Caleb Williams because the first year, right?
You gave him a pass, but people killed
Not
him.
first year.
Who can? How you killing a kid that's coming from college to the pros in 2 years? Tell me how that makes sense. Nobody's going to talk about that plays sports, right?
Yeah.
What are we talking
but
about?
I'm talking
Number
about-
2. The girl is in her third year. She's missed a lot of time in her first 2 years.
Second and a half year.
But she
basically,
has played one game in her third game.
Yeah.
And my thing is like, yo, when you talk about the generational talents, okay, so you use Wemby. Wemby's 7'8", 7 to heaven. He's tall as hell. He's gonna have advantage. LeBron James, he's 6'9", right?
Yep.
So when you look at the smaller dudes, it's harder to get your stuff off right away. Name me some small guys that's coming in the league and just kill. Tell me something.
Does D Wade count? Is he small?
I mean, he's 6'4" guard. I mean, I don't know if he counts. Does he count?
That's a small in the
Allen Iverson.
NBA. That's small.
Allen Iverson.
But he said coming to the league.
Allen Iverson, yo, he was phenomenal. They weren't going nowhere. We weren't looked at as a top 5 player in the league as a and he won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. But
Can we be honest though? Like even comparing him to Stephen Curry, or comparing her to Stephen Curry,
Name Steph.
is why it's wildly disingenuous of a take.
Now it is. But when Steph started,
When she was coming out, I hear you.
Whoa, when Steph came out, right? Nobody was saying that.
But she's better than Steph coming out.
She was way better than Steph.
way
She had way
better.
more
Yeah,
expectations
She
than
was
Steph.
a way higher touted prospect.
But even then,
Steph,
Steph-
I don't know. Steph went to Davidson and he went top 10.
But Steph, his first year in the league, still shot 44% from three.
Dude,
We like we're watching her.
Dude.
She shot 27%
Hold up,
from the 3-point
We're
line
not gonna do
last
that.
year.
We're not gonna do that. Do you remember Steph as a rookie?
I don't remember Steph as a bad shooter.
I'm asking you
Ever.
again. I'm asking you again. Do you remember Steph Curry as a rookie? Yes or no question?
Yes, I remember. He was one of my favorite
Was he-
players in college.
Cool. Was he like that as a rookie?
He hit threes. He wasn't.
Why you answering none of my questions? I'm asking. I ain't none of
He
my
was,
threes.
bro, he was
I'm
second in
asking-
rookie of the year voting. He wasn't bad.
I'm asking you, was he his first 2-3 years in the league? Was he like that?
Yes.
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't.
And I'm a Steph Curry fan.
What do you mean he wasn't
He's
like
guessing
that?
He wasn't the Steph Curry. Nobody thought he was going to be the greatest shooter of all time.
He
That
was
his
so
first, second,
not like that. And I'm a
third.
Steph Curry nut. He was that when he met with Nike, they messed his whole name up.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's out of college.
But time out. Listen, what I'm telling you. All I'm saying is that the difference is that Caitlin Clark, when she came to the league, nobody was watching girls basketball. No one was watching it. They seen this girl look like Steph Curry. Oh my God, let's rock with him. Or let's rock with her. That's why we started following it. But Steph Curry, he was hurt, bad ankles, he had all type of stuff. He
did.
And then when it clicked, we loving him. But
Sure.
the way they loving him now, nobody was loving Steph Curry like that at the beginning.
Correct, but I
Okay.
think what's
Oh, we're comparing the number
unfair
one pick to
do-
Steph Curry.
to me, that's unfair, Shady, is she came in with way more hype, way more expectations, way more talent per her competitors, and supposed to be way more dominant than Steph Curry. Steph Curry was, hey, if you hit, thank God.
I got one more for you. I got one more for you. Okay.
Talk to us.
Now, your name Steph Curry, your name Paige. Tell me when these people came into the league, was the league gunning for them like that? Tell me.
All right, we can't do
No,
that
no,
now.
you
You can't do
that
that.
matters though.
That doesn't
Yo,
matter.
her rookie season, they was treating her like she was an all-star already.
They was
Picking her up for full court.
Absolutely. She was
We
the most
watched
popular player in the league,
Well,
yeah.
that means some rookies you even. First of all, a lot of rookies they not even on your game plan. Tell them about it.
Yeah.
Hey, rookie, you be all right. But her was different because of stuff
because she's supposed to be different.
She's
She
supposed
looked
to-
different in
she's
college.
the face of the
pulling
league
up from
already,
the
so we're
logo.
expecting her to play
She's
at a
getting
face of the
touted
league
like
level.
that. The
Okay,
thing,
but also, hold on,
wait, real quick, because
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to answer the question. The question was, is Caitlin Clark the face of the league?
Yeah.
And we haven't brought up Asia Wilson once in this conversation.
I brought her up one
So
time.
that should tell you something. And that is outrageous because Asia Wilson is what a 3-time. Well, she's won 3 championships.
She dope.
Four
She all that.
MVPs.
Yes.
3.
She might go down as a GOAT. Yes.
Caitlin Clark doesn't hold a candle to Asia Wilson in
remotely
terms
close.
of being the face of the league. So no, she's not the face
In
of the
terms
league.
of being the
And
most talented or the face of the league?
Nah, the face of that's two different things.
The face of the league.
She is the
Things.
face of the league.
Caitlin Clark's face of the league.
She's the face of the league.
no,
bro.
she's not.
She's the face of the
Anywhere we're
league.
asked, why they gonna know who that
When I
is?
asked her who's the best player in the league,
has
it's who's the
a
face.
signature shoe and is way more decorated as a player than Caitlin
Mhm.
Clark.
And she won't
conversations.
sell out a stadium like Caitlin Clark will ever.
Yes, he's talking.
Unfortunately.
We having 2 different combos. Is Asia better? Of course.
Absolutely.
Way better. She's
Absolutely.
way better. It's not even a
Not even remotely
conversation.
close.
But who's the face of the
She's the face
if
of the
they're
league.
both playing, people are watching
Yeah.
Caitlin.
And when the
Caitlin Clark,
WNBA
but
put-
that doesn't make her the face.
Yeah, no, yes, it does. Can I say
More people are watching, and for you to have this take, Shady,
ma-
is crazy
what
because
makes her
more
the face?
people are watching Wemby than anybody else in the
What
league,
makes-
and you are not saying he's the face of the league.
That's
Who's, who's watching more?
LeBron.
People gonna watch.
But
yeah,
People are
LeBron.
watching a 7'5" alien on the court more than anybody else in the NBA.
not
That
LeBron.
is a
Not
that is a
LeBron right now because he's
factual-
still the
or
face.
Steph Curry.
I'll tell you what.
Or Steph Curry.
This is the easiest way to
Y'all
say the face of the
are
league,
tripping.
right? When the league is creating their pitch deck to pitch the league to another country, right? If the league is pitching, hey, we're trying to get a brand partnership here with the WNBA, and they go to China to get someone over there, Huawei or the phones or whatever, and they're trying to.
And you're telling me they're pitching a girl that played
I'm
13
telling you-
games
I'm
last
telling
year
you-
and
I'm
averaged
telling you-
5 turnovers?
I'm telling you right now, the first
Y'all
page on that pitch
tripping,
deck
bro.
is Caitlin Clark, and it's Caitlin Clark, and it's children in her jersey, and it's all of the TV deal that they signed because of her.
Bro, jersey LeBron is still top jersey seller.
Yeah,
LeBron's still the face of the league.
Yeah, right.
Caitlin Clark is so much of the face of the league.
This is
They
silly
have a new
conversation.
CBA because of her.
This is silly
Sure,
conversation,
she's
bro.
moved the needle for the WNBA.
Because she's
That's
the
what
face
makes
of
her
the
face of the
league.
league.
So a girl that played 13 games could be the face of your league? Y'all sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, that's
Y'all
very
sound
true.
ridiculous.
That's very true.
A
That's
girl
exactly what
that
we're talking about.
literally shit the bed last
gonna
season
allow-
in 13 games.
It's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not about.
So
it's not
wait,
about what you did on the court.
What's your favorite country? What's the favorite country you like to go to?
I've never been out the country. I've been to Mexico. That's it. You got
Cool.
move. You got to go somewhere else.
If we go to Mexico and we just start asking, hey, do you know who this person happened? You think more people gonna know Caitlin Clark? What do you think?
Come on now.
Let's take it wild.
Yeah, I'll say that.
So
If
how is
Odell-
that not the face of the league if everybody in the world knows you? And so when I know you, that means I know your sport.
That's
Like, you're the face of the sport.
Y'all are
Yeah.
conflating two different things. In my
you're
opinion.
conflating two different things.
No,
Like
It's
like,
you.
who's the representative of the WNBA?
Right.
That's what we're saying is the face of
Right.
the league.
Yeah, she's a
Like,
face of the
Who is
league.
who? If I think of the WNBA, who do I see?
Yeah.
That's the face
It's
of the league.
Caitlin Clark.
and that's a very casual take.
That's the
That's
point.
a very
That's the point,
That's
casual
the point. The
take.
face
That's
of
the
the league
point,
is for
though.
casuals.
The
The
face of
league
anything is the
is the
casual
casual.
audience, though.
Yeah, it's not-
Look,
it's not the-
Conor McGregor wasn't my favorite fighter in the UFC, but he was the face of the UFC.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
like
John
John
Jones or Anderson
take a
Silva.
little
They were
drink.
way
You
better,
take a
more
little
established.
He need a little drink.
I'm saying, bro.
Let's take a
That's
little sip.
I ain't
Bro,
taking no
that was
sip.
some crazy-
bro.
that was
I'm telling you, bro.
But you got there though, because you're saying
I'll die on that
the
hill.
face of the league is for casuals. So
No,
like
the-
we're answering, like we're saying you're right if you're saying y'all saying it's for casuals. The face of the league is for the most casual person.
Exactly.
It's not a nuanced take. It's not a like, but you got to know the sport. It's just if I don't know nothing about nothing, who do I know?
It's
So
That
So we
she's-
are ans- that's
she's
just
just
what we're
she's
answering.
just the most marketed. That doesn't make her the face of.
Why is she the most marketed?
you're not. You're
Because
Trey, no, hold on. I want him to answer. Why is she the most marketed then?
I mean, there's a few layers to that question,
Okay.
but
We can hit all of them, but why is she the most marketed?
This is crazy. man.
We can talk about how she's white, how she's a Fox News darling, all of that, but why is she still
And
the most marketed?
because she was a dog in college that, that went into the league with a bunch of hype, and she hasn't lived up to that hype. So by default, you cannot be the face of the league when you're not living up to the hype.
It doesn't matter. You
We're
can
having
still-
the same conversation about Ant.
Hold up.
Y'all sat up here and told me that Ant is
Hold
not
up.
the face of the league because he's not living up to expectations.
Look,
like
you
other
guys
players like
played in the
Wemby.
league, right? You guys played in the league. Odell Beckham Jr., he signs with the Giants, right? He signs with the Giants. When they're pitching season tickets to their fans and whatnot, are they putting Cam Scatterbo on there? Or are they putting Odell Beckham Jr. at his old ass age, who we know is not going to be a contributor?
Odell or
They're
Jackson
putting
Dart.
Odell Beckham Jr. on there.
That same
look.
conversation that y'all just had about going to different countries and who's more known, Odell Beckham checks that box,
Of
and
course.
he was never the face of the NFL.
No, he's
Never the face of the
he's
NFL
saying
with
Michael-
Thomas Brady in it. Never was the face of the NFL.
He was absolutely the face of the NFL.
All right, bro.
He was absolutely
He
the face of
wasn't
the
the-
NFL.
He was never the face of the NFL.
He wasn't
He was
the face
absolutely-
of
He was
the
never
NFL.
the face of the NFL when Thomas Brady was in the NFL, bro.
He wasn't
See
the
what I'm
face.
saying?
He wasn't the face of the NFL, but Odell was great.
But he was the most was he more marketable than Tom Brady?
done.
Yes. Did he have more endorsements than Tom Brady? Yes. Was he on more Nike
People in Europe
commercials
knew
than
who
Tom
Odell
Brady?
Beckham Jr. was. They don't know who Tom Brady was in 2014, 2013.
Yeah, but
I
Tom-
promise you they didn't.
But Tom was a face. Tom was
The face of the league,
No,
bro. Come on,
that's
bro.
wrong.
Y'all
That's just
tripping,
wrong.
bro.
That's
Y'all
wrong.
giving
This is
y'all giving
crazy.
this girl too much
This is
credit,
this is
bro.
crazy.
Y'all giving this girl too much
when
credit,
the biggest
bro.
soccer players who are infinitely more popular than anybody in the NBA, NFL, any of that, whenever they're all rocking Odell Beckham Jr.'s hairstyle and they're saying I'm rocking this because of Odell Beckham Jr., do you think any of those people that are fans of David Alaba, you don't even know who the fuck that is? David Alaba, he was a left back. I guarantee you, in Europe, he's far more popular than Tom Brady. And he said, "Yo, I'm rocking his haircut. It's the same shit that Odell had."
Yeah,
he's the
but-
face of the NBA
but
worldwide.
The
on, this is
difference,
crazy,
the difference in the NFL though
This
is
crazy,
like
though.
if Tom and the Giants, the quarterback always wins. If the
Sure.
Patriots and the Giants are playing, the Patriots game. is
Sure.
on. You know
Who's the
that's
face of the NFL right now? It's Pat Mahomes.
Pat.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that Kelsey's probably more worldwide known.
Also, we're
because
talking
of-
about established and popular leagues, though. It's a
Yes.
completely different
Let me
thing.
ask one more question though, real quick. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So, buddy, you're telling me
Trey.
that cool. I thought you was my buddy, but I call you Trey. Trey, that Caitlin Clark is not the face of the WNBA.
Today, right now, no, she's not.
And you're saying that when Odell Beckham was in the league, that he was the face.
He
of the
was
league.
more popular worldwide. I won't say he's a face. I'll revert on
So
that.
he
take.
recanted.
I'll
Like,
recant
this
on
about
that
to get scared. Like, yo,
I'll
we
recant
just,
on that
we
one,
just
yeah.
saying shit today. All right,
I'll
bet.
recant. But even then, was that before Tom's like fourth ring? What was Tom's
It never
fourth?
mattered.
Yeah.
Tom
Try
was,
to
Tom
box
was,
me,
Tom
man.
was the
I
face.
can't be boxed in.
Tom was the
Nah, you got
face
boxed
from
up in
like
that one.
I didn't.
2011.
Three-
Asia
on.
Wilson's not the. You could go ask someone in like rural America who Asia
This is
Wilson
so
is. They're not gonna like. They're
They're
gonna go.
not
I don't
gonna
know who the hell
know.
that
Don't
is.
know.
They know
You can't
Caitlin
even
Clark.
spell Asian. They won't know where to
They don't
put
even
Asia.
know.
Asia
Exactly.
checks
That's
all
a
the
compliment.
boxes.
That's- yeah.
She's good. She's decorated.
Nobody's
she's got
saying
a
she's a better
signature
player. I
shoe.
think
She's
she's
the
great,
highest
bro.
paid. She's
Great.
right
She's
off a
amazing.
championship.
She's awesome. All of that is very true. She's not the face of the
face.
You know what though?
WNBA.
What's gonna be
Unfortunately,
funny is if Caitlin Clark. Well, I don't want to put that on her name, but because hopefully she balls out. But let's say she has the same career she's having so far, and it's time to sign her up, bro. She's gonna be the highest paid.
Of course, as she
Because-
should be.
Because why would
She
no,
moved the needle.
no. I'm saying she's gonna be the highest paid in the league.
Yeah,
she has to be.
is.
She has to be.
she
She's
should
by
be.
far and away the
If
most
her and
valuable
Asia
player.
are
Yeah.
up for contract renewals at the same time, Asia's getting more money. 100% getting more money. If they're up for contract at the same time, Asia Wilson is getting more money.
So look, as an
Asia
owner,
Wilson is getting more
as
money.
an owner,
guys.
as a GM, right? Just as an owner of the team, right? You're telling your GM, yeah, don't offer Caitlin Clark as much money as we could possibly offer her to get her in my stadium.
Is Shador Sanders the
blame
face of the NFL right now? He's a quarterback.
He doesn't move the needle
Is
like Caitlin
Shador?
Clark.
He's got the most
He
jerseys
doesn't- he
sold. That's
doesn't-
what y'all said.
He
He
doesn't move the needle
sold the
like
most
Caitlin Clark.
jerseys.
The NFL's not.
He's
hold
the
on,
most
hold on.
talked about player.
The NFL's been
he's
turning a
He's very
profit.
marketable.
The NFL's
He's
been
got
turning-
the chains. He's got the celebration. He's got the watch. He checks off all the
The
boxes.
NFL has
Is
been-
Shador Sanders the face of the
You
NFL?
can get louder all you want.
Please, somebody
You can get
answer.
louder all you want. The
Can
NFL
somebody answer the
The
question?
NFL has been
Move it,
turning a
please.
profit since
Now
you was
we
in your
gotta
daddy
move topics. All
nutsack.
right, come on, let's move then,
Bro,
y'all. I'm ready to
the
move.
NFL's been
I got
turning
my
a profit.
moving boots on.
This is
Let's
crazy.
move.
You
The
just yelling
U-Haul's
over
out
people.
front. Let's move.
You just yelling
Hey,
over
you
people.
dropped the
This is
poll in the
crazy.
chat. What's the poll say, bruh?
Come on,
what's
bro.
What's the poll say?
I ain't dropping a poll. What's the poll? I
You
missed-
didn't drop it.
Ask him. No, you need to ask. You need
What's
to drop
the
the
poll?
poll instead of sitting here arguing.
Oh,
Caitlin
okay,
Clark
okay,
or
okay.
Asia Wilson?
Hey, get to the
Okay.
super chat.
Oh
after
wait,
you done with that.
did y'all drop it in the back? Somebody. Oh, okay. They dropped the poll. I can't see it.
What's
it say? It's not showing up on my screen.
63%.
You said how many?
63% says that Caitlin Clark is a face.
It's okay for 63% of y'all to be wrong. I don't mind that. I still love y'all in the chat. I still love y'all in the chat. In fact, I love y'all so much that I'm gonna get to the super chats that y'all have sent. I Am Cold Dog said, I think the caveat with the Lakers bubble chip is that several key players had injuries, including LeBron, and they benefited from the 4-month outage. Not to mention other opposing players opting out. Also goes on this, now delusional Vikings fan said, I'm tired of Carebear catching all the shade and jokes. Shout out to Bowflex Bear.
Dang,
Bowflex
Bowflex a throwback.
Yeah, I don't
Bowflex
think
is
Kieran.
a throwback.
You know what
You
Bowflex
remember
is?
Yeah, I remember what Bowflex was. My dad had one in the garage.
That's
I
why
was
you
gonna
know.
say,
Yeah.
Bowflex a throwback,
Yeah.
bruh.
Bowflex. That's
I
like
remember
typo. Drea Ashley 92. Shout out to
Oh, they
Our winning regulars. She said, "What's up, online fam? It's my second super chat, but I'm always locked in. Tired as ever going to work in the morning, but y'all are worth it. Besides JD5 staying healthy, what has to happen for us to go back to the NFC Championship?"
Defensive playmakers. The Commanders got a bunch of good defensive players, but
Like
where are their game changers? Not a game changer. Like game changer. Like they got any all pros on defense? Like give me an all pro. Give me somebody on defense who's Shady's circling. Somebody on defense who in offense is like, hey, we need to be mindful of him. A bunch of really good players. I'm not add that many reallys, but like who?
I feel like Dan Quinn did like that just because he could control the defense. But he needs some weapons.
Yeah. He needs some pieces, bro.
Vic Damone Jr., shout out to our guy Vic, said, "How much of a pass does Jalen give for having so much inconsistency at the OC position? 7 OCs in 7 years is crazy. He's obviously capable of doing it. Maybe it's too many voices in his ear."
We don't give Baker Mayfield a pass.
Yeah,
it's nuance.
Yeah.
It matters. It's nuance, but like,
is he the only quarterback that we've seen get a pass for having different play callers? It is crazy. I'm not saying it's not.
Well,
but
it probably doesn't happen that much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to too many guys.
I mean, Dax had like 5 or 6 in his 10 years.
But that extends back to his college career too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
4 in college. But the other problem is Jalen is really good or bad, and there's not like an in between. Like, or OCs shouldn't get fired after 1 year.
Yeah,
that happens because how atrocious the offense is.
But if they go win a championship, where's Sean Mannion next year?
And I mean,
he might still be back.
You ever have a quarterback? Well, let me not say that because I don't want to.
Yeah, you know how the Eagles fans get.
LXOWE said, "Man, I just got my EBT today, so now that I got that super chat money,
EBT card."
That's what he said. Hey, holla at me, bro. I'll buy some stamps.
Yo, look, this is how crazy. You know what that is?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Not at all.
You don't know what EBT is?
He's privileged, bro. He's a private school kid. That is good. That's how you know you got some real.
What's up? Wait, what is it?
Immigrant parents. They not playing that subsidy. They not doing
what
that.
Is it?
It's food stamps. It's a government.
Really?
Yeah, it's EBT.
So, yeah, bro. You get grocery assistance.
Yeah,
dog. That's crazy. You don't know what EBT is.
Nah.
I had to get on EBT in college.
See, that's that Plano. That's that Plano
food stamps. I was a 19-year-old dad, bro, working full-time job, going to school full time. So I wasn't making a lot of money.
My friend got his taxes set up so well that he can get EBT right now. He has a net worth over $2 million. He's a nasty individual. He said he's gonna get it too.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
Gross. That's gross.
Nasty, bro.
I was like poor, couldn't eat.
So he dropped the super chat?
My lights got cut off. He said it. He might be trolling, but he said, now that I got super chat money, I just got to the show, just got out of work. But what do y'all think about the Wolves? Do y'all think they're cooked? We talked about it earlier. Scroll back. Yep. Tall Up 340, our resident comedian, said, if OKC wins it all this year, where will we rank SGA as far as best guards of all time?
What? Look, it's time we talk about it. Look, the Thunder, obviously 8-0 through the playoffs. I have this beautiful picture of these two young men.
Beautiful.
Has SGA passed KD as the best OKC player of all time? Fellas, I want your opinion on this. Obviously, two guys that have accomplished a lot, both an MVP in the Thunder uniform, both finals appearances and whatnot. But who do you guys think is the greatest Thunder player ever?
Go ahead, Javon, you want it?
I was saying like right now, or if he wins this next one, because right now it's still Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying, are you saying this right now, or are you saying if he wins?
I'm saying
we gotta be right now.
Has he surpassed him right now? Yeah.
I'm saying no.
No. The question is asked today, so we got to answer today. Today, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not a better player than Kevin Durant is. He's just not. Not today, because today SGA only has one MVP. SGA only has one championship. Today, Kevin Durant has one MVP. Kevin Durant has 2 championships. Kevin Durant, I believe, has been to maybe 4 championships, if I'm not mistaken.
The question wasn't who's the better player. It's who is the better OKC Thunder player ever.
That's SGA.
Dang, already?
He won him a championship.
He won him a chip.
There's a difference between being an all-around best player and being the best player for the franchise, right? Like, I don't think Nick Foles is better than a lot of them quarterbacks like Mike Vick and McNabb, but
we got the Super Bowl, bro.
What you do, yeah. So when we look at OKC, Kevin Durant was great, one of the best players of all time. But we talking about this for OKC, like the franchise never moves. Players get traded, players retire, players are hurt. When you talk about the franchise, they're staying here. They're gonna stay in OKC. I like that take. And for OKC, he brought us an MVP and he brought us a championship. And that championship is gonna be there for years.
Don't make me defend Kevin Durant, but I have to.
Why you don't want to defend him? He's a great player. He's a great person.
Texas on Texas beef. It breaks my heart.
I can't say that SGA is even a better player for OKC than KD because we just talked about adding nuance, right? And if we're going to add nuance, then we have to add nuance. When Kevin Durant was in OKC, I believe there were probably 4 top 10 NBA players of all time simultaneously hovering around their prime. Kobe Bryant, the late great, was still in the league, hovering around his prime. LeBron James was in the league, hovering around his prime. Steph Curry was in the league, hovering around his prime. So if we're going to add nuance, like we brilliantly can add in this conversation, like y'all watching this can add, then you have to add the nuance of when Kevin Durant was in OKC, he was playing against the greatest players of all time in their prime. Shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, my favorite player. He's a Nigerian cat. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. Shout out to Nikola Jokic. Mm-hmm. But Nikola Jokic isn't Kobe Bryant. Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't prime LeBron James. Joel Embiid, he's not prime Steph Curry. So if we're going to have the cognition to add nuance, then I think it's only fair that we add nuance here in the Speakeasy. And the fact of the matter is, Kevin Durant was going up against the greatest players ever. Not the greatest players at the time, not the greatest players of the decade. He was going up against the greatest players the game of basketball has ever seen in their prime. Kevin Durant was in OKC when Kobe was going to back-to-back championships. Kevin Durant was in OKC when LeBron was going to 4 consecutive championships. Kevin Durant was in OKC when Steph Curry was now on the precipice of going to 4 straight championships. So if we're going to add nuance, let's be authentic about this Kevin Durant conversation. He faced different competition.
We don't do this in sports, right? The Jazz don't talk about, man, only if we didn't match with Michael Jordan or you talk about the old Celtics teams or the Pistons. Like, no, we never do that. We don't do that, bro. Either you win or you lose. You win championships or you don't win championships. And when you look at OKC with SGA, bro, I mean, he's had a great start.
Phenomenal start.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, he scores at will, scoring titles, MVPs, and won the championships. Another thing is, Kevin Durant had 3 MVPs playing with him. He had Harden, he had Russ, and they didn't win.
Yeah. They weren't that at the time.
But I'm saying, if you're telling me about all this nuance, we can always add that. I don't want to add all that. My thing is, what have you done? What he did was he went to OKC when they won a great team, and they slowly built. They got everything they needed, and bro, now he's one of the face of the league, and it's all relative. If you want to talk about the Kobe's and LeBron's, that's cool, but also like Jokic is going down as one of the greatest of all time, right? Luka's one of the greatest of all time. Like every year or every era, they have great players. This happens that he's beating on his great players.
Don't you think though it's disingenuous at least to say that Kevin Durant existed? I use this. Growing up, my brother wore number 34 and I wore number 22 because Akeem Olajuwon was number 34. Clyde Drexler was 22. Akeem Olajuwon is a Nigerian basketball player. Akeem Olajuwon was my first favorite basketball player. He's Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. I have enough awareness to realize if Michael Jordan was still playing, Akeem probably doesn't win back-to-back championships. I love Akeem. Love him. But I have enough awareness to acknowledge that Michael Jordan retired. And them 2 years Jordan was gone, Akeem took them 2 chips. Because Jordan played while Akeem was playing. So to me, 2-5, I'm looking at ball and I'm saying, man, if LeBron was with D-Wade and Brosh, SGA not beating them, is he?
See, that's why I stopped though, right? That's why I don't play the what-if game, because it's silly. Who'd you say?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon was a great player, one of the greatest. He could have beat Michael,
but he didn't.
I mean, what I'm saying, but he could have. You saying if he didn't retire, he could have beat him. And then you talk about the Wade and LeBron and all them dudes lost to the freaking Dallas Mavericks. With just, and they weren't that great of a team. So you can't play the what-if game, because if the Mavs can beat the Heat, why can't SGA beat the Heat? I mean, was that team that great? In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't disrespect Dallas people here. But, I mean, you had Dirk, Yeah, Jason Kidd was older,
Tyson
still was solid.
yeah.
Jason Terry, like that was cool. That was cool. But if you had some money to bet on her, you're not betting that.
We just had this
can't do the
conversation.
what if
though.
game.
We had this conversation about using our eyes, and you say don't watch stats, just use your eyes. If you use your eyes and you watch Kevin Durant and you watch Shea, even in OKC, if you just use your eyes, forget championships. If you use your eyes, I know you say that all the time. It's hard for me, and I. It's not even like me and KD are friends. I'm just saying the homeboy take.
Bro.
And when I use my eyes, I'm hard pressed to say that Shea is better than KD.
I don't know what you. Well, listen, I love KD, but I don't know what you're watching because KD gets crazy, stupid, busy, gives you crazy work, and SGA gives crazy work too. Nobody can stop KD. Nobody can stop SGA. They both win MVPs.
Yep.
And one dude won a chip. So I don't know what about your eyes and all that because you got glasses. Clean them out because, bro, they both get busy.
Is it that? Is it
You know what I'm
that?
saying?
Yeah, they both get, and
Is it
also
that nobody questioned
What you questioning?
KD's right? SGA unethical hoops. SGA has more. He has more controversy around his dubs than KD ever did in Oklahoma City.
absolutely. Yeah.
Is that play a factor?
This is just. I mean, I think anyone using their eyes is not going to say any great player in this era is better than anyone in the past. I think a lot of people they roll their eyes whenever you hear Jokic might be as good as a prime Shaq. They roll their eyes whenever you hear Luka's as good as some of the superstars of the past. You're going to roll your eyes whenever you hear SGA's as good as the guys before. But we just have to go off of the facts of the matter. The facts of the matter are. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is about to be 4 years straight first-team All-NBA, something that a Thunder player hasn't done since KD did it 5 straight years when he was first-team All-NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has an MVP the same way Kevin Durant has an MVP, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a championship. And he's about to win his second straight MVP. And he might win his second straight championship. And if the Thunder go out there and do that, I already think it's not a conversation because of that championship, and it matters that much. But right now, if he goes out there and he does what we think he can do, which is win back-to-back championships, he's no question a better player, not just for the Thunder. I think he's a better player all time than what we've seen out of Kevin Durant. Just because you're doing it at a higher level. It's the same conversation we just had about 30, 40 minutes ago about Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving. How it looks does not matter when we're talking about what you actually accomplished. We can talk about their talent. I think KD is one of the most immensely talented basketball players the sport of basketball has ever seen. Probably the greatest scorer we'll ever see. At that size, that athleticism, that shooting ability, we might never see that again. But when we talk about what you actually did on the basketball court, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is unquestionable right now. He's undeniable right now.
And another thing is this, bro, he's not done. Yeah. He's not
27.
Done. Yo, if he continues this type of stuff up for the next 3 years, bro, forget Kevin Durant. We gonna be putting him up there. Yo, is it Kobe? Is it MJ? Is it Bron?
That's why I said,
yo, real talk. Matter of fact, forget all that. If he wins a championship this year and an MVP, is him and Kevin Durant the same?
I don't know if they're in the same category.
But remember Kevin Durant won back-to-back championships.
Yes,
too.
he did.
Remember he won back
finals MVPs. You're damn straight.
Let's not have such short-term memory. Kevin Durant, he did do those things.
Yeah, but it's a little different though, bro.
But Kevin Durant went to a team with 3 other Hall of Famers, and people would say he was the best player on that team.
But he ain't got none of that. You got Czech, and if you want to brag about Czech, he's cool. You want a whole bunch of guys and play defense. I'm gonna say, I'm a KD fan. I'm just being honest.
I think
doing
it's
that
a
with
tough
that
conversation.
team, though. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. I think it is a tough conversation. I told you guys a month and a half ago, we're very close to some extremely uncomfortable conversations with SGA, and it's never gonna be fun because you watch the way he plays basketball, but he might put himself in all-time great conversations.
If we're doing what Shady's doing, if you want to use the context of the team, then you have to listen to my context of the league. The 3-4 seeder, a Houston Rockets team led by a 37-year-old Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. The 3 seed or 4 seed this year was a Lakers team led by a 41-year-old LeBron James. You know, the 2, you got to use context.
Injury,
right?
the
Phoenix Suns, think about this. When Kevin Durant was in OKC,
You had the
Prime
Spurs.
Kobe.
You had the Spurs.
Prime Tim Duncan.
Kobe was past it. Kobe was
Kobe was
past
on
it.
the. Kobe went to the chip in 10.
They
Kevin
weren't-
Durant
they-
got to the league in 7. Remember?
Yeah, I
He
remember.
was on it. So like,
But they didn't start competing really in the playoffs until 12.
10, 11, 12, 13. Like,
Yeah,
so I'm
I mean,
saying, like,
11 and 12.
like
sure.
remember the Spurs prime.
But
Heat,
Kobe's
prime.
last prime year was 10.
But
and
I was-
11, they got swept by the Mavericks. That was
Sure, but I'm saying like you're dealing with like prime.
Prime. You had Prime.
But
You had
yo,
Kawhi Leonard and
bro,
Tim
like,
Duncan
but
and
come on,
Tony
man.
Parker.
But in 10
and-
years, though, right? Nobody's going to sit here and do this, though. Who you did it against? Why'd you do it? Who was hurt? Who didn't play? Who's the 5th seed? Who's what?
It matters if you win.
I just think it's
Who do that?
It matters if you
Because
win.
of the 4th seed team
But
was this.
Shady, I just think it's unfair. At least they don't have to do it, but we have the ability to do it. And to me, it's unfair to be like, yeah, man, that
I can't
the,
do
the
that.
Devin Bookers
I
and
can't
the
do that.
Amen Thompsons, like.
I can't do that, though. You know why I can't do that? Because, like, I can't bless somebody or not bless somebody because when they were born and when they played, I can't do that. What I can do is, what do you do when you got in the court? I can't compete. I can't argue who you compete with. If we do that, I mean, the stuff that Jordan was doing, like, at times everybody gets better. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I hate when people fault that. Like, bruh, I was born. God put me on this earth on this date. God put you on this earth on this date. We can't try to compare who you played against.
Also, there is more
Makes no
parity in
sense.
this era of basketball than there was in that one. You're not going to see teams going to 8 straight finals right now. Maybe the Thunder could do it, but that's
And it's
because
like-
of how special SGA really is.
And also, I look at LeBron James. Like, I'd never do this, but them East teams wasn't as hard as the West teams.
no, not even close.
And who's going? I don't never say that because it's like, who cares?
Yeah, who
bro?
cares? You
I
had to go do it.
Yeah, I got drafted for Cleveland, so I'm on the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I know we got a $50 super chat on this topic, Trey. So can we get to this to this 50 ball?
For sure, yeah. Josh the Menace said, "What's up, fellas? The Menace is back. Hope y'all having a good day." SGA is not the best OKC player. He gets talked about more for leaving OKC rather than what he did for OKC.
He's talking about
He
Kevin
meant
Durant.
KD.
It might be
Yeah, he meant
KD.
KD,
It's not your fault.
Better say
$50, you gotta make that right, though. You heard?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might have been. It was a
facts.
Freudian slip, but I hear him. Like, if I won't argue, if you say SGA is the best, I'm not gonna die on the hill. I think that I think Kevin Durant's an incredible basketball
What?
player.
Okay,
So
wait.
is SGA.
If it's announced tomorrow he gets that second MVP, is your stance still the same?
Yes, because if you're weighing 2 Finals MVPs, 4 NBA championship appearances, MVP, I believe is greater than 2 regular season MVPs, 1 Finals MVP.
Sure.
Like if we're scaling all those things, 2 Finals MVPs, regular season MVP, 4 championship appearances, I think is greater than 2 regular season. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if
The
we're putting them
uncomfortable
all on a
conversation is
scale,
though, like Shea and him won their first MVP a year apart. Katie was a year younger, but championship wise, he was 4 years or 3 years younger than
Trey,
than
you're a
KD.
basketball head. Chime in on this because I don't disagree with Shady, but do you factor in the nuance of SG was going up against prime Spurs, Heatles? KD was going up against prime Spurs, Heatles.
Yeah.
Kobe 2 years after a chip.
That matters. Again, my point earlier in the show, there are no dynasties in the NBA right now. So SGA is looking to be and build that dynasty. The level of competition that he's up against is not the level. There is not another LeBron in the league right now while KD was in the league. So I do think there has to be some nuance about KD had stiffer competition in his prime than what SGA is facing right now in terms of like all-time greats. The NBA is much better overall in terms of talent at a baseline level.
Yeah.
But in terms of like all-time greats going down as top 5 players like LeBron,
It's also easy to say
it's not
this.
present in the league right
The
now.
thing is,
So
though, it's-
I do think Kevin Durant's accomplishments hold a little bit more weight.
Can I add this on there? It's easy to say that now. There's guys that are still making their legacy. We like
For
through,
sure.
through 2 years, nobody would have ever said through 3 years, no one would have ever said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be in the same conversation as Kevin Durant. We would have laughed in your face.
Cracked up.
Yeah, exactly. We would have been like, what the hell are you talking about? So there's so many players that are young right now, and there's young teams that are building their legacy right now. Like, who knows what we're going to be talking about Wemby like in 10, 15 years. Who knows what we're going to be talking about Cooper Flag. Like there's so many young and very talented players that could still improve and improve and improve and improve. It's a new face. It's a new era of the league.
You're not wrong, but the hard part is when we're talking all-time greats, we know pretty early. Like D Wade in his 3rd year was already the chip. LeBron was already going to the finals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so you could mention, who knows what Cade's going to be? I truly don't know. Cade could go down as an all-time great. Jalen Brunson could go down as an all-time great.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, like, the Kobe's, the LeBrons.
You know Kobe's in the year
hold
one?
up.
No, not year one. But remember, by year 4, by year 3, by year 4, by year 5.
And also, there's something to be
this
said
is-
about Kobe being 18 in the league and guys
Yeah.
being 22
23,
now.
yeah.
when they-
This
like,
is a
there's
mentality
difference.
thing though too, because imagine if you looked at it in a completely different perspective. It sounds ridiculous right now for me to say like, damn, Chet Holmgren, first ballot Hall of Famer, possibly doing all this and this and this. Right now, it sounds ridiculous. Right now, it sounds utterly asinine to throw Jalen Williams in the same category as
more
Scottie
chips?
Pippen. You know what I'm saying? It sounds ridiculous to say he's even remotely close to Scottie Pippen. But if they win 3 more chips,
Yeah.
they win 2 more chips,
Yeah.
they win 4 more chips.
They win 2 more chips. You Chet.
Now you're sitting.
Talking
No,
about
now the
Chet.
conversation is, damn, J-Dub might be one of the best 2s of all time.
Yeah.
Now J-Dub, it's
wow.
let their
Because
players.
chips redecorate.
I don't know though. Hold
They
up.
do.
Shady.
They do.
Shady.
Unfortunately,
I
they
just
do.
wanna get it
In
cleared up.
NBA, they
Okay,
do.
yeah.
In
I was
NBA,
gonna
they
say that
do.
again. So wait, because
I'm saying right now, it sounds
Yeah.
asinine. It sounds asinine to compare Jalen Williams to a Scottie Pippen.
Don't say
But if-
Scotty because he won 6.
Okay,
But
sure.
like-
Then okay, who's a
Scottie was
Hall of Fame
better.
number 2?
Clyde Drexler.
Okay, I don't even like that, but it might sound crazy to compare him to someone that's a Hall of Fame player. But
Karl Malone.
if the Thunder go out there and
He
win,
not never be that good though.
Nah,
Jay will
Karl
never-
Malone is like-
Jay will never be that good though. Like Karl Malone.
as a number 2, he can't be that good. But what I'm saying is, if he
Malone's
is
crazy.
Scotty, I'm still going to use Scotty. It sounds asinine to say that he's even in the same category as Scottie Pippen, right? But if J-Dub is the number 2 for a Thunder team that wins 7 championships,
Yeah, of course.
then he's right there with Scotty. He's the first ballot. He's one of the greatest 2s of all time.
Yeah. If they win 7.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you have to let their careers play out.
The championships will rewrite the narrative of reality.
Yes.
That's just how it goes.
Scott was
Championships-
nice, bro. Scott was nice.
Yeah, but if J-Dub wins 6 chips,
I can't give y'all that Scotty.
I can't either, though.
I can't give you the
What are we
Scotty
talking
argument.
about? Scottie Pippen?
Scotty was in
just saying
MVP
stuff.
conversations.
Yes,
Jalen
but-
Williams would have to be in MVP conversations.
Okay.
For me to
Right.
hear that.
That's fair.
Pippen was everything.
If
Defense,
SGA
assists.
leaves his team and J-Dub steps up and leads
And
them
go
to
Eastern
50
Conference-
and leads them to
The
50
Western-
wins, now we can
That's
start
fair.
having
Yeah,
that
He was in
conversation.
Eastern Conference
I don't-
Finals, dog.
I don't love Scotty, but I'm saying if any player,
don't love Scotty?
I don't love the
The
Scotty
argument,
comp.
the
I don't
argument.
love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to.
It
talk
sounded
about.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like the
it
Scotty
woke me up.
comp.
I was like, huh?
But if J-Dub wins 6 chips, we're gonna have weird conversations.
Yeah, we are.
Also,
We are.
if
We
SGA
are
wasn't
better
on the
about
team,
it.
who would be their number 1 option on offense? And they're still a damn good team without SGA. You never like my thing is you never know. He's also 3 years into his
yeah.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
J-Dub
Without
is 3
SGA,
years or
J-Dub
4
and
years
them
in his
still
career.
beat the Lakers, and they still
They
do.
still do. And if J-Dub's healthy, who knows? He could be going out there putting up 30 a game.
I don't know that.
You don't know.
I don't know.
We
man.
don't know. Yeah.
You
But
genuinely don't know.
even if you remove the J-Dub of it all, if SGA wins 6 chips,
If
we gonna
SGA
start,
wins
we gonna
6
start
chips
talking about him
and
like,
Michael
yeah.
Jordan.
But
You feel me?
it don't
Y'all
sound-
talking about after he wins his second
But
chip,
time out.
he's top 5 shooting guard all
It
the
don't
time.
sound crazy though because I think he's just
But comparing him to Jordan would sound it's crazy.
no, it's not.
Oh.
If you're a great player, he got great stats. He's all NBA, like all these.
Efficient.
Right, he's efficient. He got scoring titles. He got MVPs. Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
Because there's so much just glazing around Jordan that nobody ever wants to touch his
Nobody
legacy.
ever
But
wants
if
to touch his
SGA does that,
Not a real ball player.
No,
He's
his
touching
Jordan's
his
legacy is
legacy.
untouchable.
No, it's not true.
But it is though.
If how
You have to go.
You just got to do what he do.
Because I'm telling you right now, if there's a player that comes along that has a lot of expectations and he goes 5-1 in the finals, nah,
Over
you got
with,
Jordan.
over with.
If
He
he
never
go,
lost.
I'm
Jordan
telling you
never
right
lost.
now,
I can't-
if he
I don't
goes
know,
7-3 in the
Kobe
finals,
was on his
no,
tail, though.
even
What
hold
do
on,
you
Kieran.
mean?
I got a closer one for you. If he goes 6-0 in the finals,
Yeah, but he went.
but
to
it took a game
in the
7.
Pacers.
If it took a
But
game
it took a
seven,
game 7.
Exactly. Think of, bro, no,
I'm telling you, bro, George's
and it's
legacy is
also the thing,
untouchable, bro.
Shady, I know you're not online as
Jordan
much
never
as
went to a
that.
game 6 though. He
Bro,
can't. He's way better
I know
than
you're not
SGA.
online as much as that. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's getting slandered for going to 7 games against the
Against
Indiana
Pacers.
Pacers.
Yeah.
I'm big on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
I can hear you, but that's
Even-
like that.
even-
Think about how unrealistic of a standard
I don't, bro.
Michael Jordan
I
has
don't
set.
play that game. The pros is hard. To be
Yes.
arguing about what games and all that's bullcrap. That's
No,
hard to do.
I agree.
What I'm saying is his stats is going to be right up there with MJ's. Only thing is is not as great on defense as MJ was. MJ got defense, first teams got a lot of those. So I don't know if he'll ever be better than Jordan, but yo, he gonna be in the conversation if he keeps doing what he's doing. Steph Curry, he's not better than Jordan. but he's in them top 5, top 10 conversations.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Also, Jordan's defense was a little inflated statistically. Now, the eye test
go.
to tell you
Here
he's
we
strapped
go.
up on defense. No, that's actually a fact, Shady.
So can I ask you a question though? Because I know, like, and I'm not trying to go there, but people say this silly stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then when you talk, this is my thing when I talk about ball players. When you talk to ball players about Michael Jordan, all right?
Yeah.
Kenny Smith, you respect him. He's always on TV talking.
Always, yeah.
He says, bro, Jordan was so good that we're trying to defend. How would he fight more offense? How would he stop more offense? And on the other side, coach say, look, we're gonna run this play. We're gonna put it on the right side. They're like, well, why? Oh, because Jordan's on the left side.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, you saying it's inflating all that, but the team
Statistically.
is saying like, yo, he's so good on defense, we're going to go to the other side. And that's a ball player saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't this good on the bench.
That's why I said statistically. But the eye test tells you Jordan was like that on defense, for
Not
sure.
I test the people that's playing against him like,
Yeah,
yo.
for sure. That's cool. But what I'm saying is there are games that Jordan is credited with steals that the other team doesn't have turnovers in that half. So
I mean,
I mean, that's just irrefutable. It's facts. Y'all tell me in the chat to go to Google.
No, that
Y'all
actually
go to
is
Google.
true.
That's facts.
That actually did
They
happen,
inflated
yeah.
Jordan's stats.
But that's the thing. Like
crazy.
Jordan's legacy is so perfectly crafted and built that like if someone wins 7 chips but they lost one, Jordan never lost in the finals.
What they gotta do,
It's just there's so many stipulations.
The problem is he did it so great, and he had in the commercial. You was probably too young. The commercial said, "Yo, I might have made you believe that it was this easy."
Yeah.
Because the way I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look,
I think he's a GOAT.
you gotta tighten up. You gotta tighten up.
Yeah.
Let's get some super chats on the way
Super
out, bro.
chat, shout out to April Aries, our women regulars showing up and showing out. We always
Make it
appreciate
clap.
that. She said, I've been working hard and catching the replays, but I'm here tonight. I love y'all, especially Shady25. Go Birds.
I love you too, boo-boo. Mama.
Resident comedian Tall Up 340 sent back-to-back super chats and said, Asia's not the highest paid. Aaliyah Boston is.
Talk about it.
Then also said it's uncomfortable, but bro is about to be a back-to-back MVPs, back-to-back finals MVP, back-to-back champion. He's knocking on the door of top 5 guard of all time.
Talk about it.
Cody McIntyre said, will Russ be a better player for the Thunder than KD?
No.
No, more loyal, but no.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick? Yo, if he wins this championship, would you take him? Would he be in front of James Harden?
Yes.
Undoubtedly.
Not even.
Harden got numbers, and he got a lot of.
Congratulations.
Undoubtedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
G Quavo said, what up, Speakeasy? Is Marshawn Lynch
What
top
up?
15 running back of all time? And Shady, what was your favorite play and who hit you the hardest? Always standing on 10 for my brothers. Keep building and bless up.
Yeah, I didn't really get hit like that. That's not really my game. It was hard to hit me. If you blink, you will miss. Marshawn Lynch.
Top 15?
I like beast mode, so I'm gonna say yeah. I like beast mode.
No. It's not even. That's disrespectful.
Don't get crazy, because he'll run to get chest, and you will let it.
That's disrespectful. He's not.
He's not top 15?
No, I don't even think he's.
You can name 14, 15.
If I was looking at the list, I could honestly probably off the top of my head do it, but looking at the list, I could for sure do it.
Sheesh. Okay. Well, Jonathan James Rambo said after Shady said that, Carebear, he's right. You do look slimmer. Keep it up.
You do, bro.
Why does it take Shady saying something for y'all to believe it? Y'all that
that
mind
is
control.
true.
I said it. I said clearly he slimmed down.
Nah, we respect your take, because I respect you, but they think I'm the realest. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You keep it 1,000, Shady?
Come on, that's since day one.
Okay.
on
All
something
right.
random,
like it.
On something random, last thing on this SGA Michael Jordan thing.
Bet.
I decided to look at it. I decided to look up the stats, right?
Yep.
4-year run, best 4-year run for MJ, I would say from 88, statistically, 88 to 92, right?
89
Won back
is what
to
you
back.
got selected.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
89 to
he
82.
had some crazy years in 87 and 88, but where he won 2 chips, he had the back-to-back years, right? Shay's been at MVP level for 4 seasons, same as Michael Jordan.
Yep.
So, the 4 years from 89 to 92,
Okay.
Michael Jordan averaged 31.9 points per game, 53% from the field, and he had like 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.7 steals.
No
right?
flopping, none of that
3
shit.
Crazy
turnovers
numbers.
a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
3
we've never
steals.
seen-
Don't forget the
Exactly,
3
yeah, 3
steals.
steals. We've never seen anybody play at this level.
Hold up, first teams and all that.
Yeah, he had all first teams. He had
no free throw merchant stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, he had like half a free throw less than Shea during the same
Yeah, but it's
stretch.
probably real fouls though.
Yeah, I mean,
He was definitely
it
getting
wasn't. It
bodied.
wasn't. He was actually getting.
Physical
fouled.
league.
Take your time.
But
Keep
look,
it going.
Thank you.
Also, Shea during the same stretch, 52%, 31.4
Shea not
from the
better than
field,
Jordan, dude.
6 assists, 5 rebounds, 1.8 steal. Like it's crazy how similar we're seeing both of them play at this era.
It just looked different though. Like,
no, of course it looks different, but I'm saying like statistically, you're gonna look back and be like, shit, he was really
like
doing
you said,
it.
uncomfortable
my man
conversations.
fly in the air and all that. Like let's not get crazy here. That's Jay nice.
Dwayne Leslie said, "Man, I never miss a show. First super chat I watched during the workday. Y'all boys got the best show out. Pull pork bear, go Cowboys. Shady, love you, my dog. We live in the gray area. Acho Trey,
The gray area.
love." Makey2X said, "When does Bo Nick slander stop? I'm tired of people hating on my quarterback and saying he's not nice."
Megan 2X.
Makey, Makie, I'm assuming. And saying he's not nice, like he ain't helped take his team to the AFC Championship his second year. So if he wins the West this year, does it stop or no?
I don't know.
I think Bo Nix gets a fair amount of credit. Like
He gets too much credit.
he gets
I think he gets credit though. Year two, he went tit for tat with. Actually, he outperformed Josh Allen.
He's cool.
Yeah.
See,
He is
like,
cool, but like he
cool.
But my thing is like y'all give credit for the Eagles fan base gives credit for Jalen Hurts for outperforming Pat Mahomes.
Jalen Hurts, huh?
I'm just saying that's crazy. He did what he was supposed to do.
Cool, bro. He's cool.
That's fair.
He did what he was supposed to do. If we gonna glaze Jalen Hurts for doing what he's supposed to do, give Bo Nix some damn
little
credit.
bit of that for Bo Nix.
We just, we look at him like he's cool.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts cool too.
Meets me outside 5280 said, "What's good,
he's
Speakeasy
outside.
Squad? 2-5 is that dude on this show. He be holding it down. Thanks for being a part of the Chiefs Kingdom. I feel like Acho's takes be stressing you out."
Don't he be stressing me this like he be just doing all this wild like but he paid my bill. I can't, you know what I mean? But we gonna text about it.
Last two super chats I got. Take it easy. Deontay Grizz said on the Jalen Hurts topic, why can't the same argument be made about Sam Darnold? He had nowhere near the help that Jalen Hurts has had. Carebear after Cowboys, the Panthers own you.
The Panthers.
Are they on the
I can't even respond to the Panthers. Win a championship.
Last super chat I got is from myself, and I'm saying, how can somebody that's not top 10 in the WNBA be the face of the league? That's all I got, Karen. Kicking it to you, brother.
You want to know why? Because if it wasn't Caitlin Clark, we wouldn't be talking about it in the Speakeasy. How many Angel Wilson topics we had?
That's
Unfortunately,
yo,
I'm just being
popularity
honest with
contest.
you.
Yo, we all lose like arguments. We all do that, but Trey loses.
Trey,
Trey.
you was in the corner today, Trey.
And Shady, I done bodied you in a couple arguments and got the receipts to prove it, brother.
We'll see. Look, moving forward,
Still my
it's time to
buddy.
get up out of here. Look, let's go ahead and hit that like button before you get up out of here. Hit the subscribe button. Do it. And also hit the bell button after you hit the subscribe button to be notified when we go live next, which will be tomorrow night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15.
No.
Hold
Hold up. See, this is the guy that you paid all that money to. All that money.
Look at Trey hating, bro.
I'm gonna do that.
Trey, stop hating because you ain't signed your franchise center.
Pocket watch, all that.
Can I say what time we're going live?
Go ahead.
Hey, tomorrow we got church, so we're going live early. TJ Hushman Zada will be in the building.
Absolutely.
Going live at 8:15 Eastern time, so 5:15 Pacific time.
7:15 Central time. Yeah.
Hit the bell button if you're subscribed to be alerted when we're going live. Trying to also be considerate to those of y'all that got early mornings. We are live earlier tomorrow, 5:15. We got to go to church. Midweek services.
When you start doing that?
We've been the last like 4 months.
Yeah, it's Justin Bieber's influencer church, as you know.
First off,
Okay,
it's
that's-
Jesus' church.
Amen.
Okay,
Yes.
the Holy Spirit
Amen.
is there. Okay,
I got
Mac Bombs,
paparazzi
I
outside
appreciate
the
you,
church
Mac
service,
Bombs.
brother.
Trey cooked y'all tonight. I
where
appreciate
2 or
that,
more
Mac Bombs.
gathered,
Okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
the presence is there also.
Okay, the presence is gathered. Yeah.
You know what
I
I
ain't
mean?
gonna lie though, man. Y'all
Can
better
you
not
come
be-
as you are to this church?
Absolutely.
Y'all better not be using the Lord's
important.
name
That's
to get out of
important.
work early. I'm just saying.
No, we go into work early. We don't get out early.
Man, all right. Don't be using the Lord's name to be doing this bull crap.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's a good point, Shady.
If y'all
Accountability and
in Los
Speakeasy.
Angeles, church home, we will
Church
see
home.
you tomorrow at the Saban Theater.
Saban Theater. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate
Acho
you
will to
guys.
sign autographs.
It's been
on your
Kieran.
Bible.
It's been LaShawn Shady McCoy. It's been Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah.
It's been Pocket Watching Trey.
I'ma do that.
And it's been everybody in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Watching Pocket.
That's not enough noise. Make some damn noise.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
We'll see you guys
boys,
next
man.
time right back here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.
Y'all is crazy.
Look at Trey.